Hello everyone, this is the channel you're looking for. It is the Gauche. I am your host Zaiden. We are back, not from outer space, but we are, in fact, back from another state. But we're here. So hey, what's going on everybody? Today is kind of like a special, we'll call it a Halloween Madness special. We're gonna have some fun today. Everybody's kind of dressed up in costume. For all of you out there, of course, we're going to have some live calls. So you also are invited to come in with costumes included. If you don't, that's okay. We'll be doing that. And also, we're going to have a little fun with some of the videos that we've taken from our trip through some of the haunted houses. And a little point of view coaster fun. So let's see what happens, huh? How's everybody doing out there? So don't forget, if you like what you see, it's very important that you do hit that like, subscribe, and notification.
Excellent.
I definitely hit the wrong button, but that's all right.
Excellent!
It's gonna be excellent.
Excellent!
It's excellent, man. Like, subscribe, and notification button. So you get the latest and greatest from the Gauche. Are you ready? Let's do this right after the intro. We'll see you on the other side. All right, everybody, welcome back So, hello, my friends. Don't be afraid. I'm not your average Jedi, but we'll make it our own, shall we? So, I'm going to go ahead and put on the screen with us our one and only co-partner in crime, I guess you could say. But she's a blessing from the sky. She is Gina. Welcome, everybody. Gina to the channel of the Gauche, our co-host. What's up?
Hey, everybody. Yeah, I pulled out my angel costume. This was the first costume, first Halloween we went together, and we did the trunk or treat for event, and he helped me. We worked on it together because I have a ramp on the back of my Rav, and we made it into a staircase. Yeah, not ramp, yeah, lift. So we made it into a staircase looking, so stairway to heaven. And then, yeah, he stood on one side, and we also used a bunch of bamboo to make the gates too, the gates of heaven. So he stood on one side and I stood on the other, and
I was the Jedi Guardian.
Yeah.
And she was the angel on the other side of the gate. So it was really kind of cool. So we kind of reintroduced, if you will, those costumes to the fun.
See, my wings flap. Yep. So yeah, these wings have been held onto and used numerous times over the years for different occasions. Hey.
That's so cool. So how's everybody doing out there? Everybody excited to come back to the Gauche and see what's going on with these crazy loons? Blessed crazy loons, we'll just call it that. How's that sound? We are the channel you're looking for. The craziest Gauche channel of all. Okay, so so again, we're kind of coming into this thing hot and heavy. We're going to talk a little bit about, you know, theme park, haunted house stuff, and coasters. Got some point of view videos that kind of had some fun with, and of course we did some recordings as well while we were up at the coast with the most. That is Cedar Point, up in Ohio. But Gina, give them an idea of how cold it was while we were there.
Oh my goodness, we don't have enough winter clothes, so it was a lot of thin shirts and
for Floridians.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep that in mind while we go up to somewhere that's 40 degrees cooler at least.
Yeah. And surrounded by Lake Erie, surrounded by the water. So I had 7 different layers of tank tops, t-shirts, a long sleeve, like 2 hoodies, and then I had stretch pants and jeans. So 2 layers of pants and, yeah, like 7 layers of shirts, and still freezing. Yeah, I'm too Floridian now. And then, you haven't even been in Florida as long as me, but Mr. Furnace, Zaiden his blood has thinned a bit too, because how much did you have on?
That was a wake-up call. To give you an idea, I had more layers on than Gina did. I literally had 9 layers of shirt. I had like a t-shirt. I had like another shirt on top of that. I had like a button-up flannel. On top of that, I had a hoodie. On top of that, I had another heavier flannel. On top of that, I had yet another hoodie. And on top of that, I lost count. I had a lot. But it literally counted the layers I had on. It was a total of 9. 9 layers.
9? I thought it was 8. Wow, yeah, you had me beat for sure.
That was a new kind of cold. So it was I don't know if you ever experienced humid cold. Like, there's dry cold, and then there's humid cold. The humid cold versus dry cold. So dry cold, you could probably put on a couple jackets, tops, and, you know, you windbreak it, and you might be okay. Humid cold is the kind of cold that just sits in your bones, just doesn't go anywhere. It's like a heavy air that just your whatever you have on, windbreakers doesn't help. It just kind of seeks right through and says, "Hey, there's some skin 9 layers deep, and we're gonna freeze the crud out of you." It was cold, nonetheless. So I don't know if you've experienced humid cold out there, but let me tell you, you won't forget it.
Yeah, we even had to take a break and go back to the car to warm up for a second.
That was terrible. We felt like either we were from another country or something, or too old. I don't know what we were feeling, but we needed to recharge just from being that cold. It was insane. But that gave us just enough time to kind of... We tried to stream in that day, and it was with everybody. Temp stream last Saturday. Andy Sigmore's on, and a few others as well, and including Paige. Awesome costumes, everybody. That was fantastic. So we hope to kind of continue that tradition all the way through the end of the month. So that's what we're kind of doing. I believe Temp is... I'm not sure if he's going to be streaming today, so we're kind of, if you will, taking the baton and as he passed it along, or whatever you want to say to that. But at least until he's able to get back on. I know he's got a lot of studies to take care of as well. But today we're gonna carry the load per se, and continue this awesome tradition of costume action. So let's take a look out there at the chat and kind of see what's going on, get a temperature check. How's everybody doing out there today? Let's see. I'm gonna another window so I can too blind to look that far away. All right.
Did try to do a little bit more arranging, so in this on the camera to we couldn't see each other at all before, so you might see us glance to the left or to the right because we're actually finally next to each other, but we'll see.
Wait, look to your left again.
But then it would be looking.
Of course, it looks like the camera you're turned right,
yeah,
which is interesting.
But we are looking at each other, like instead of.
So we're literally looking at each other right now, and is both looking right, like
we're looking at screen. But before, if we did that, we were back to back.
Not today. We're literally neighbors.
So we'll see how this works, and we're open to your opinion.
Yep. So this way, well, a couple of reasons why we did that is, so one, it was hard to hear her in the background. I'm like, I have everything connected to one amp because we have two mics into one amp. So problem with that is it goes to one Zoom, not her Zoom, so I can't hear what she's saying. It's essentially like it's my mic going into Zoom, even though they're two mics. It's like, makes sense of that.
Temp was a little helpful there, huh?
Yeah, so we did get a little assistance on some of the tech stuff last night, so thank you, Temp, for that. Much appreciated there, brother. Tests were successful, so we are good to go. Can you all hear us okay? Give me a 1 if you guys can hear us. Can you hear us? Give me some 1s. I think it's a 15-second delay. So 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1.
How are we sounding?
1 1 1 1 1. While we're waiting for the 1s to come in, let me go ahead and throw a zinger in there. Why not?
Yeah, Mike said that's the first thing that he wanted to hear, even though
Shelly
was posting them.
Kicking it already.
Yeah,
with some,
good job there.
Zingers in there. So, do zombies eat burgers with their fingers? No, they actually eat the finger separately.
Okay, crickets.
Yeah, that's a cricket. That's a cricket. What do you call a hip jack-o'-lantern? Way ahead of the curve. Curve, but carving. Okay. All right. Cricket moment. Yep. Where do you find the spookiest sweets on Halloween?
I know we got some good taffy up in.
Man, oh. I'll talk about that in a second. The answer is the Ghostery store. Ghostery store, get it?
Okay, I'll give that one lap.
Oh my goodness. All right, so there is one thing that if you ever go to Cedar Point, right? And if you're not even a coaster fan, you went for the Halloween haunts, right? You go into, and you're about to leave the park or going in, depending on how your stomach handles rides and stuff. There's this place we went to, Sweet Spot, I think it's called, but they have the best fudge and saltwater taffy. I mean, I don't know how to explain this other than it's an orgy in your mouth. I mean, okay. So we're advertising. If you hear a Cedar Point, Cedar Fairs, sorry, yes. The parent company. No shame here.
Nope.
At all. They have literally different flavored fudge. We ended up getting 3 different flavors, but there was like 20 different flavors of this fudge. Well, okay, so I ended up getting the mint chocolate fudge. They have mint chocolate fudge. She ended up getting, I'll let you say it.
I got cotton.
Go ahead.
Cotton. Not cotton balls, cotton candy.
Dang it. Dang it. Of course everybody wants to hear about the...
It was fitting.
Oh my... Oh, okay. Cotton candy. I can't even say it right. I can't say it. Oh, that was like an out of left field shot. Caught me off guard. That was good. That was good. Oh my god.
At least it's cotton fudge. Well, there was
God.
the caramel too. Yeah.
Okay. So, and of course there was also one called peanut butter.
And that's the best. Their peanut butter fudge.
Wow.
I remember getting a year
yes,
back.
Lisa, it melts in your mouth.
And yeah.
It's ball fudge. Oh my god. It's already out. Wink wink. So yeah, best place. And they had a whole bunch of different stuff too. Like if you like Rocky Road, they had Rocky Road fudge. They had like you know how ice cream shops are. They have like all these different flavors you can get. And they do that with fudge. They do it with fudge. And man, okay, if you ever go there, please check it out. It's awesome. So what do you say we kick things off? All right. So we'll just kind of...
Where's this ride going?
Me to know and you gonna be crazy. But you know, let me go one more zinger. I gotta do it. Why can't a vampire go to a barbecue?
Why can't he go to a barbecue?
They're afraid of steaks.
Ah.
Yeah. Sing it all the way. Zing. All right, so let me see if I can get one of our video. What's everybody, I know there's a lot of people out there that are fans of roller coasters and some aren't. I'm just kind of curious. For those of you that like roller coasters, give me a 1 in the comments. And those that don't, give me a 2. Dropping a 2. I'm loading up some. Coaster fan 1? Not so much. Doop. Doop.
Yeah, I like the Andy's Life Prime. Yeah, I agree. All the ones.
Ah, look at that. Got some coaster fans in the house.
Oh, my
And some aren't.
wings
That's fine.
are having an effect on Guy.
If I can get.
Is that man-made fog or natural fog?
So we got some coaster fans out there. Julie, I see you in the house. Hello, Julie. Jules.
Westworld.
Life.
Postcard too of all their coasters.
Look at that.
Nice.
Wooden coaster.
What's that?
I remember I had a old, like, it was a combination postcards of all their coasters. I have that in my keepsake, booklet. I pulled that out. There are newer rides now and what then, and still have, because they're that good. Roller coasters that good that just stay their life and continue to be record-breaking roller coasters. Like some amusement parks, they'll either remove a roller coaster and replace it with something else, or they'll send it to like a sister company. But they have almost all their original roller coasters and new ones. I don't know how they fit them. I would think they're running out of space.
It really makes you think, though, doesn't it? Like, I'm curious to see how many people out there have been to different roller coaster theme parks. Like, Busch Gardens is one of the closest ones to us. And they've got some pretty sweet coasters. I mean, I liked going there last time we went, so I thought that was pretty cool. But they also have, the Halloween, the haunted houses as well there as well. So, I heard those are pretty fun. They have a few good ones in there.
We got to hit, about a half a dozen? At night, I felt so bad. The reception was not good. Well,
that was so bad. I felt so bad.
It's Sandusky, Ohio. There's really nothing else out there.
Okay.
But Cedar Point. I think that had something to do with the...
I'm thinking that's at least half the problem, right? Like Ohio, man, you drive through Ohio, big difference between Ohio and Florida or any other state for that matter. But yeah, we were gonna try and go in and do a little bit of a stream in there just to kind of show you guys what we were gonna have fun with. And a similar thing happened to, I'll reference Lewis here from Luton Nerd Report out of the Universal. So it gave us an idea. Even though the stream was pretty shoddy, we did record some video, which I'll be showing here in a moment.
Yeah, he'll still get to share some video we caught. We didn't catch it. It was a ghost that caught this footage. It wasn't us.
Yeah, I think we were at least able to stream from the car right before we went in, just to kind of get something audio-wise. I don't think our video was that great. But yeah.
And my heroic hubby did brown.
Hot rod.
the whole time because we couldn't load my scooter, and that was gonna be much walking. So.
Dang.
Show for me around.
Not a lot of fur. Oh, except for
we
my
needed
head.
more fur to keep warm.
Oh my god. So true. So I am trying to get the here we go. I got video coming. Your patience, everybody. So this is our first snapshot of when we went through the park. I'll go and play it real quick and about 40 seconds long. Kind of gives you a hint of what we were looking at through the park. Right, so I haven't went into any haunted houses just yet.
I had the hoodie pulled over me. I had it as tight as possible. And and then you saw the boa feather stuff that came from the party. That helped me warm me up. Barf. So.
Yeah, like one of those boas, feather boas or whatever from a party we went to up north. This here used to be the Mean Street. Changed it to something else because it's a hybrid coaster. I took it.
So now it has the cool combination effect of that rougher wood, shaky parts, but then faster, smooth parts since they added the metal frame. And it's, I think, one of the longest wooden roller coasters in the first place. Then I know but Busch Gardens did one like this. They changed their wooden roller coaster like this just this year. And I think Mean Street right?
Like I said, it used to be called Mean Street.
Yeah. That has been transformed years back. So that's an example, again, of how ahead of all the other parks they usually are.
Yeah, so this park is pretty huge. It's more long. It's kind of like on a small island in a way. There's this little, we'll call it like a thumb of land that comes, the Lake Erie is like almost like an eye, shape of an eye. And then right in the middle, right closer to the northwest side of the state of Ohio, a city called Toledo there. And then next to it, to the east a little bit, is a little thumb of Sandusky, Ohio. And there is Cedar Point. This is actually kind of like an elongated island in a way, but it's pretty huge. It even has its own water park too, so obviously too cold.
Yeah, I never went to the water park, even when I lived up there. It was
water park. Isn't there something called like a polar bear club or something up north where you can? Yeah, I don't want to think about that. That's too cold.
I know Ohio somewhere has an indoor water park.
Sucked up into my body and said, nope. Not doing it. Their water park's pretty sweet. Not as sweet as this. Fudge is all. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, bloodbath. So yeah, we were going back here. This is one of the first haunted houses we went to. It was behind this coaster. So took a stroll back here. Kind of fun to actually take the walk back that way.
The wooden one that they turned into steel, they added
So if you see any small people in here, we're gonna call them midgets. Because I reviewed some of this video, and in case
there was a lot of little people.
You're wondering,
here and there.
This is technically is not for anybody under the age of, I think it's 17 or 8.
Or if you want to look to the skies for a moment, which kind of did. Why? It wasn't the grandpa filming the grass in the sky. It was making a detour.
Oh yeah, part of your video here. This one was 50 seconds. I got some video too. We both did. I have not seen. It's kind of like when somebody's hiding behind their jacket. I don't want to see the bad people.
I guess, I don't know if they did it at this park, but their sister parks had certain necklaces too. That if you didn't want to be scared, frightened, I don't know if this kind of just for that you wore the certain necklace so no one would jump out at you. But I'm like, why would you go to a haunted house effect amusement park if you don't want to be scared?
Whole purpose of going through a haunted house.
I don't know, that was a little bit of catch-20. But I guess that's nice of them adding that feature. Give me a hand. So, I don't know, families can go together.
Squeeze through.
That's my view right there. If you're too scared to go, don't go. That simple. It's something you can't handle. Peace out.
We put all the warnings up.
You know, I need to put at least this warning up, so bear with me, guys. Yep. Graphic and language possible warning as all blocked by the by the haunted house. Okay, let me try that again. So YouTube doesn't control fit. It's graphic and language warning. It's obviously mainly graphic, but you know, whatever. It's in there now. Spoiler alert as well, and that's because of you that do not or did not get to go to the park and go through these. Kind of a spoiler alert. Fun fact. It is what it is. All right, let's continue that fantastic bean footage. Yeah, I love the lights. Oof. What's, you know, poster. Not all the video. Stay tuned. And once we get through some of these, and we're gonna throw out the live call invite here in just a short bit. So be on the ready with your costumes.
It says exit to the left.
Brother. So quick hellos out there to some of you guys in chat. Haven't got to really reach out and talk to you guys and say hello yet as we're watching some of this action. I saw that. What's up, Mike in the house? Julie, aka Jules. She is the crown of jewels. Candy, life of crime and culture. Welcome. Project Metal Music. What's up? Cassie, Jill. See all of y'all. What's going on? I saw Temp in there too. So, what's up? Kelly. Okay, we can definitely tell we're layered up. Even the phone must be. Now we did this in recording in high def, 60 frames per second. So we tried to get as much detail as we could out of the video.
So there was one. I tell them about the cornfield.
Do I pause it?
Pause it.
Go ahead. No, just go and tell.
Because I don't. Was that one even gonna play?
Well, let's just say I want to pause it before we get to that point. Gets that.
Oh, okay. Then I'll let you orchestrate that.
No, you can go ahead and tell them this.
So there's a particular segment that he will have to take a clip of, and we may have to reuse it over and over again because this person's laugh was just perfect. It's one of those contagious laughs, and maybe
you would think he worked for part of this whole setup, and he was literally just somebody walking through right behind us.
So when it's not crickets, it might become this laugh.
You will know it when you hear it, y'all. You will know it. Trust me. You cannot forget a laugh like what we heard. It's unforgettable. Let's put it that way.
We needed our pirate costumes.
That's kind of... say that's part of a coaster, but it's like it's part of an old one. I don't think I remember.
Yeah, we were walking through. That one was the outside one. So how they had a design, you got to coasters almost like if you were in line for that coaster. But they made it into the haunted house.
Oh, right. Pirates. Arr. Stay tuned next week. We may have some pirate action for you guys for our next costume.
You got me.
Whatever we conjure up. No, actually, I think we got, depending on what the week.
Oh, we got one more in October for costume.
Probably have to do like a Friday night madness with maybe...
Halloween's on a Monday, so...
We might just do an all-weekend event.
Yeah.
Screw it. Do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do like a full-on weekend crazy get-together? What do you guys think? A weekend...
What were some of your favorite costumes? Or do you guys dress up every year? Dress up?
How do you not at least do one con in your lifetime? I mean, as an adult. Kids, like, normal. For most people, I think. What else is also funny in this video is some people that you think are walking with you and they're just normal part of the crowd. They're actually a part of the whole set. It's funny. One was just walking up beside me like, hey dude, hey. And he was just this undead pirate walking next to us. Like it was normal.
Oh, there was this one.
I'm just chilling.
The one that came up, she was in her scooter. But she was one of the employees too, so... She came up like, yeah, trying to spook me, like, and then I egged her on. I was like, well, you want to race? So sure enough, she did a spin real quick on her scooter, and we were off. Like
10 the Toolman Taylor 3000 in that scooter. In her undead costume outfit. Like, wait up for me! I was literally running. Turbo mode. Ejected scooter.
Oh yeah, Jules is saying she'll be here up this way next week.
Hey, all right.
So, yeah, we could
dress her up, huh?
Do.
Careful what you ask for, Jules.
Set up together. That should be fun.
Oh man, it's gonna be a wild ride.
And we've reached the shore.
So do you have your costume together, Jewel? Gonna be a gem?
Ah, I see what you did there. Jewel. Jim, get it. Crickets for Gina?
Please call.
No, I like the play on words. It was
But
pretty
yes.
cool. I get it.
Actually, I think this was one of the haunted houses when
Elvira, nice choice.
Fingers or something. That last one.
Oh, this is like your,
One I think did not.
unbelievable.
Might be good, guys.
Type of situation. Is that gonna come alive?
Oh, she's inviting us to a costume.
Yep. That's why I said be careful what you ask for.
Yeah, these all look like they're gonna come alive. But they're gonna jump out of it. You got me.
Pretty cool. Have fun.
And
wow.
I also give them credit because, like, when you go to Universal, Halloween Horror Nights, or Disney, they have a special October events too. Like, they already have studio products and movie
That was not a
magic
statue.
access. So, I would think sets that they already have to work with and props and stuff, they can really make their haunted houses cool. And they already have certain themes and rights to the movies that they may title their haunted houses off of. Where Cedar Point is an amusement park. They're focused on rides and roller coasters.
An
Yeah.
amusement.
See, they still did a good job in their props and sets for their houses, for what you could see. Of course, everything dark, but I thought it was pretty cool.
Can't hear myself. Sometimes I'm a little giddy going through things, so you probably hear me going. That's cool. That little jack-o'-lantern or jack out of the box. That was a little, but
Oh, we got to dress up Frankie.
Frankie, the pup.
They have come out with some cute costumes for dogs that you can order now.
Yep, this is the exit.
Like just single person.
You in line for the freak show.
We're following the limping corn maze.
Yep. That's
It
4 minutes.
was the best.
4 minutes 50.
Yeah, it's right after that. That was the best capture of the person.
I've got to throw this on monitor. Okay, this is where I got to turn it on to so we can hear. So if you hear a little bit of an echo, let us know.
Ah, yeah.
That's it. Seriously.
Yeah, that was pretty much
Oh my
the
goodness.
best segment where you couldn't really hear anybody else. You could just hear his laugh over everything. Like, I don't know, like 5-10 seconds of it, but picture that, like, every few moments, and you hear that hysterical laugh behind you. And that hayride or cornfield, like maze type haunted house, it was long too. I think it took like 8 minutes or more to get through there. So we kept hearing that laugh, and that made the ride there, the haunted house.
Ah, yeah. That's awesome.
That laugh. Oh. Can't really show the whole video because there's we'll call them midgets in front of us on this one.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's where I filmed a lot of A.
Instantly thinking about dad jokes with hay.
It became a very corny.
Yes.
Maze.
Well, let's just say that we were amazed.
Amazed on how corny it was. Yes.
Yeah.
Have any of you out there done any type of corn mazes? Because that you still were directed. But have you gone to a corn maze where you had to find your way out of the field? We did that last year for our anniversary. That was pretty
actually
cool.
really fun. Yeah.
And it took what, an hour? You had to follow like the riddles.
You had to, no, it was you were
stuff?
timed for
It wasn't an hour.
yeah, it was had only an hour to get through.
Get to the next clue, and then know where to go from there. But it was fun.
Actually, I like hearing the audio feedback or audio walkthrough.
Yes, Shelly. Even though it was freezing, we had fun. They were good. Anniversary. We just missed you guys and wishing that whole time that it was being so you guys could experience it with us.
Someday, theme parks will get their internet, Wi-Fi tablet. Might need to lean on Elon Musk and help. Who knows?
And then they also said it was, a lot of the employee staff were saying it was the most populated they've been in a few years. And of course, COVID and stuff, they had to shut down some, but so, people wanted to get out again. So even though it was a cold night, towards the closing time of Cedar Point season, like everybody, I guess, rushed out there. So it
really was the first year that since COVID that everything really opened up, right? So, being this is the first real full season without any kind of COVID restrictions, everybody came out of the wood and said, "Let's go to Cedar Point." It was their busiest night they had on record for any of their Halloweekends. So, take it what you will. No. Nonetheless, it was busy. We ended up getting one of the fast track passes to get through to the haunted house.
Yeah, so we could show you guys, so we wouldn't be waiting in line, and
that's
then
why we did.
Still, yeah, and that was it too. It wasn't like that first one, even the fast pass or handicap access was still a line. The other ones, they weren't as bad, but the reception when it came through, because we were trying to connect again, and it just wasn't going to happen. So here's the footage now.
Watching. Is that my hair?
I think it might have been the
your boa.
the boa. Yeah.
The boa's restricting.
Okay.
Balls. Ding away. Oh, that was cool. Like how all the oil cans kind of mechanical, but then it
Oh yeah, they
goes
were
up
like
and then rolls
dropping,
back and then
shifting.
yeah. It's something we can MacGyver and so put our minds to it.
Chainsaw gas.
I like the engine. See, that was it. Oh, the chainsaw dude. I remember.
I was like that.
Running out.
I think that was. He's chasing everybody with that. Just running everywhere.
So, what else do you guys? Any other plans? Any other Halloween party? Trick or treating?
Every time,
Let's
just when you think it's over.
see what you have.
Is it
Posted
the
in
costumes
chat.
or the candy that you look forward to the most? Costumes or candy? I'm gonna do a little poll.
Yeah,
Why
that
not?
sounds-
Surprised one didn't jump out of there.
Kind of at that spot. We want to go left or right.
Doing a poll. So, poll is out. More. Oh, you know, is this where the scooter lady when we were walking
I don't know. I
over
was
that
there or
bridge?
not. Might have been caught on. Not sure if that part.
Did.
Yeah, well, good. Yay.
This one I record. Check my folder
Maybe
here
in
next.
yours.
Vanished those lost folks to the woods.
Might have to save some.
It's gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Ooh, it's actually kind of a struggle right now on the poll for candy or costumes. Candy's actually winning at 54%. All right, respect,
Wow.
respect for the sweets.
Sweet tooth.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, we went there for
Yep.
some of that as well. I'm just saying.
Yep. Looks like that.
That is good stuff. That is good stuff as well. Oh, a little
Oh yeah, there was a
band.
performance. They did a good job too. They were dancing, singing.
Free the hair, baby. Yeah. That was fun. Those guys were good. It almost had like a Smashing Pumpkins feel with for anybody that likes some rock and 90s grunge music. Kind of had a little mix there in their setup.
What are you looking at?
Oh yeah, that was cool too. That
Don't make me get up.
little robot mechanical thing.
Be pretty. Shoot. Shoot. Oh, I don't want to clean up the mess anyway. I hate the sniveling. They always snivel.
Yes, we always. Fall asleep on us. That was a cool little setup.
Yeah,
they
he
had
does
this
segment and then yeah, he'd time out.
So should we hold off on putting my videos up till next weekend?
That's a thought.
Because that was kind of like your sneak peek in a way, because it had some good video footage.
Yeah.
I ended up having it in my pocket in 0.5 zoom with 60 frames a second high def, which really gave you more of a field view as well. And yeah, I went nuts. Maybe we'll save that for next weekend.
Plan.
Yeah. All right.
So what are we on to?
I think we are on to some live calls.
That sounds.
What do you say? Out there
How
in
about out
chat
there?
land? What do you guys want to do? You want to come on in with some costumes and showcase what you got? Or are you afraid? Gerd?
Knocking at the door.
Who wants to come in? Give me a one if you want to come in and have some fun with us. Let me know in the chat you got. Come on. We will tempt you with some sweets, at least virtually.
Share some sugar.
Oh,
What is the point?
still, dead even. 50-50 costume versus candy.
All voted.
That's an appropriate. That's about appropriate. 50. Can't have. It's almost like you can't have costume without the candy. You can't have the candy without the costume. It's like that's what kind of everybody likes during the seasons. Can't have the other. Just saying. Carrie, cool pick. Ugh. Good to see you. All right, so. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start bringing in the link here for you guys to come in. And then we'll do like some point of view coaster action. Oh. Point of view, like if you're riding the coaster at Cedar Point. Don't forget to tip us, help us grow, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And obviously the notification bell if you want to get alerted to the latest and greatest things that we put out there. Check out our link tree as well, which has our donation apps. We go through PayPal, Cash App, as well as Stream Elements. If you have any comments you put in there, they will be read live. So FYI. Can't do this without you guys. You are what makes the. We really appreciate you. So, just saying. Getting that link ready.
Yeah,
Did you post a link? Oh, I posted the Zoom call in. Put in the other one, right? Stream Elements and all that good stuff.
No, I think I posted.
No, Julie, thank you for helping out with that.
Yes, thank
Uh-oh. Mending the poll. There is a winner. By only a few percent. Costumes is the winner. At 52%, Candy at 47%. Wow. Respect. That's a respectful poll. Very good. Did also bring in a minute. All right, let's see. Do we have anybody coming in yet? Let's see. Do we have anybody in our waiting room? Don't see anybody coming in yet.
I feel like there should be door sound.
Like my chair? There's a lot of squeaking chair.
Yeah. Oh, yes, that's perfect.
So
Yeah,
record that as
people-
a sound
yeah.
bit.
People tiptoeing the house. Come on in and
Might need new chairs
are
soon.
they too spooked?
That is like a perfect sound.
Yes. That did sound like a haunted house door.
Don't have a single person coming in yet. All right, well, we'll just thank you, Carly, for dropping in and saying hello. We'll post that link one more time just in case anybody missed it. We will continue with the point of view action with the coaster. So if you do choose to come in, I will obviously welcome you with open arms. How's that? All right. Now I got to switch gear to the point of view. All right, so this one's called Steel Vengeance. I do believe this is what we call the Mean Streak. What's up, Lisa? Finally, we got someone in the house.
Hey, Lisa.
What's up, Bunny?
Hello.
Oh, there's an echo.
It is
Hold
still
on.
echo.
Off.
Sorry.
Not your fault.
That might be me. I'm cleaning, but I thought I'd hop on in and say hello to you.
And we're also experimenting with another audio.
Yep. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. I'm just being a busy little bunny wife and just hopping around the house. So, yeah.
Just like every bunny.
That's right. Every bunny.
Every bunny in the house. Well, glad to hear you're doing fantastic with all your bunniness.
Looks like you guys had a really amazing trip. I'm so happy you guys got to get away and have a lot of fun, it looked like.
It was a lot of fun.
Yes,
it
we had an awesome.
was quite a trip. And man, it was quite a trip. We had a lot of good scenic scenes out there, like just foliage from trees and mountains. It was fantastic. We stopped in North Carolina on North Carolina in the Asheville area on our way up, and the weather really was fantastic. Not too warm, not too cold, and it was like trees were different colors everywhere. It was just amazing.
Yeah, I caught a lot of those pictures.
A lot of fun.
Nice, yeah. Those landscape photos that you guys sent were just really beautiful. Really beautiful.
So, you want to ride with us on some of these coasters?
Heck yeah, I miss them. So we don't have any, I don't believe we have any like amusement parks like that here in Oregon, which really stinks. So yeah, kind of jelly that you got to go have some fun at Busch Gardens. So
got little Busch Gardens in us. This one, Cedar Point in Ohio is one we went to, but we did go to Busch Gardens as well. Months ago, I can't remember. But
Cedar Point, sorry.
Cedar Point, got it, because it is, don't mean to correct you, but man, it's hard to compare. When you go there, it's like, okay, this is Cedar Point. We get it. You'll understand if you ever go there, and trust me.
Is this like the park that is like known like to have some of like the biggest roller coasters in the United States?
Yes.
In the world.
Yeah, in the world? Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, even better.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, there's people that do come, you know, people think, oh, everybody comes to Disney. No, there are actually people that come around the world. I don't know if anybody on here knows about that, because there's people in chat all over the world, but yeah.
Heard people speaking in different languages in there. It was like, wow, where are we now?
Hello.
Oh, there she goes.
There is
hey,
Carrie.
How are you guys?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm good.
This Saturday.
I just tried using Stream Elements, but it didn't want me to use it, I guess.
Okay, so we may have to limit it to just PayPal and Cash App then, because I thought I fixed that issue last night. So if you're having problems with the Stream Elements, y'all, just go straight to PayPal. I would suggest PayPal first and then Cash App. I do believe PayPal allows you to make comments. Cash App does too. Now that I think about it, they both allow comments if you want comments read, of course. But yeah, thank you for letting me know on that one, Carrie. Appreciate you.
Sure. I know PayPal does, because I've done that twice just to get something told to you guys.
Thank you.
I know PayPal definitely works.
Appreciate it so much. All right, while we're kind of moseying along, let's see. Y'all want to see the first point of view coaster that is at Cedar Point? One is called Steel Vengeance. So let's be. Oh, look, it did work for Temp. Temp, if y'all saw that, the $5 tip there from Stream Elements. So it apparently worked for him. Maybe intermittent for some others. I don't know. I still will look into it. All right. Oh, what am I doing? I'm so bad. Like, I feel rusty. What's wrong with me today?
What a week will do to you.
1 week. That's it. Excellent. Let's do it. Excellent. Thank you, Temp. Woo! For your wonderful donation through email. Appreciate it, buddy. Let's see. Find my way back to the other screen. There we go. Thank you, guys. Let's see. Trying to stay on top of this too, so bear with me. If there's any more donations, I will try to stay up on top of it. Here we go with the first ride of the day, Steel Vengeance. This is the hybrid coaster. Now, Busch Gardens has something similar, about half the size, but this is one of the longest hybrid coasters in the world. So, let's get our minds blown, shall we?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Here we go.
They even had at like a couple arcades before. They have a Cedar Point arcade game where it has maybe like half a dozen of their rides, their coasters, and fit in the arcade game, and you do the simulated roller coaster, which is pretty good too. When you can't make it to Sandusky, might be able to find one, and Dave and that restaurant arcade.
Dave and Buster's.
Dave and Buster's, yeah, they'll have them maybe in places like that.
Here we go. About to get crazy. Ooh, man, here we go. Whee! Oh my god. This is real time. Oh! That's cool. Whoa, corkscrew. Nice. Sideways. Oh, you're left hanging upside down right there for a moment. That's cool. Whoa.
Wood frame.
Wood, but steel rail. What
Yeah.
I call it, hybrid. Whoa, upside down, just hanging there from it? That was cool. Oh.
We've been on, Lisa's asking if we got to go on this. We were that close. We've been on it years back. But it was just closing down and we just missed it. We were trying to get one more haunted house in. But yes, this one.
Almost rode it before we left.
Yeah, I regret it now. Like, we were choosing, okay, another haunted house or another roller coaster.
All right, so that was Steel Vengeance.
Or do we get our sweets? Yeah, that was the other thing.
So time is always the essence with these parks, man. It's like, okay, you either go for the ride and give up time to do another haunted house and possibly miss the opportunity on getting some sweets on your way out. So it's like, okay, judgment call. Did you ride it yet? Did you not? One of those things. All right, so, oh boy, we got some more recognition coming. Whoa. Hold on a second. We gotta change screens. Again? Not again, but yes again. Because it's so excellent. There we go.
Excellent!
Excellent! Woo!
Excellent!
All right, so we got a couple of tips going through PayPal.
Kenny's saying, can we go again?
I know, that was really fun. I want to do that again, too. This one says, from me. So whoever is me and PayPal, thank you for your tip. And Temp, yes, thank you, sir, for your tip as well, your donation. Thank you, guys. Amazing, amazing.
Bill's asking too. Different. You get the full amount on PayPal.
It looks like, and I'm checking here. There's a small fee. I think Cash App is the only one that doesn't have, that I've seen anyway, a fee.
Oh.
But PayPal has a small fee. It's like really minute. But yes, thank you guys. Thank you. Super humble about it. Yeah, we want to make sure this community grows. Thank you so much for all that you put in to help this community grow. Thank you. Can't say that enough. All right. So, question is, do we move on to the next coaster or do we ride the same ride again? Tough question, I know, right?
Yeah. I know one of the things I used to do, is I would sometimes try to ride my favorite first, then get all as much of the other ones as I could in, and then ride it again at night sometimes.
We're going to ride the Millennium Force, y'all.
Yeah. So they had the Magnum back in 80s.
Well, 90s.
No, it was like 88.
Was it 88?
Yeah, 88, 89, something like that. Because the speed was even like the same year that it came out or whatever. It was record breaking of it going, I think, 88 miles per hour. And so at the time, that was the fastest roller coaster. Still,
Oh, here we
roller
go.
coaster.
About to get
And it
our
was
speed on, guys.
the tallest was it was
Here we
200
go.
feet,
Woo!
where the Millennium is
90
it's
is 5.
brother, I guess,
5.
because now that one's 300 or 400.
Right,
And
right
yeah,
on.
90 something miles. But it's so it was the one to
Get your hand.
there we go, yeah. Over speed the Magnum.
Let me tell you, if you try talking on this ride while you're riding the ride, you will eat bugs air.
Yeah.
And your lips will go.
Yeah, and your face, your cheeks and everything going all the way back. If you want a facelift, go on this ride.
Oh my god. Instant.
And like you're seeing the water and sky all like it's I mean, you're up there so high you almost feel like when you're skydiving.
So there was no like huge loops or anything, but this is the fastest it was the fastest coaster for a long time. It reached 95, almost 100 miles an hour. Is their fastest test run.
That's one.
Millennium
Good.
Force. Wow, that was a cool ride when we.
That's fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fast. I
But
think
fun.
it was another country made some sort of like Ferrari or some sort of like some speedway looking coaster that actually did 150 miles an hour or something. That broke all the speed records, but I forget.
Oh
Anyway.
my.
Needless to say, that ride, Millennium Force, is still a fast ride. The smoothest, fastest ride that we probably could ride. Like, you can't really tell there's any bumps or anything. That smooth. You're going that fast along these tracks.
And it's not short either. That was a pretty good lengthy roller coaster.
Yeah. It was close to lengthwise, about 3/4 the size of Steel Vengeance, which which was the first coaster we displayed. What's up, Tammy? We see you there in chat. Tosh is back. What's up? All right. Go ahead and move on to... We mentioned Magnum XL 200. One of the first coasters in the park. Not the first coaster, obviously, but our childhood. I believe Cedar Point was created in the 60s. Go. Going for a ride, y'all. Magnum XL. Yeah, just choppy, so bear with us, y'all. So the longest part of this ride was waiting to go up this hill.
To get up, yeah. Because it was, 200. Breaker. Before the 90s.
In its... internet issue. go. F. Stupid internet. Like we're the Flash accelerating halfway through. This last part is what's really what gets me, is it goes up and then down on each of these hills, and it really creates that small little whiplash. Headbanging without volunteering to do so.
Yeah. Tickle in the stomach.
It wasn't like the most. It was the fastest, highest roller coaster at times. There wasn't any real loops or anything. It was aight. For its time, it was actually pretty good.
Like Busch Gardens. Our Busch Gardens do. I was surprised they had. Those look more like kid rides compared to the ride. Busch Gardens has finally upped it, and they got some good ones.
Of course, Cedar Point. Amazing. I like Busch Gardens. I like some of the other roller coaster parks. They're fun. Cedar Point's just, it really, you can't really beat it with as far as coasters overall. I think we enjoy that, plus the haunted houses there are really creative. For those of you that are just joining, it was really the setup, the creativity behind it, costumes, there was some sweet, like, handmade things. Like, someone went depth on a lot of the details they put in haunted houses, which really. That's what I like too about it. I like the scare tactic, but I also like the creativity that goes behind all the sets for the. So it was really a lot of fun. I don't know what's you guys' favorite part about haunted houses. Do you like the scare? Do you like the set or the creativity? What do you think, Lisa?
Lisa's still muted.
I like it all. I love haunted houses. They're like, I don't know. I like everything about them. There's like, I don't know. The scarier, the better, but I like the more like creepy gothic style versus like the nouveau like horror movie style type of thing. I don't know. But I love haunted houses. So.
Awesome. They are fun. What about you guys out there in chat? Do you like haunted houses for the scare, or do you like it for the creative set approach, or both, like what Lisa was saying? So, I might just do a little poll on that. See what happens.
What happened to karaoke? Oh.
Carrie, yep, welcome back, Carrie.
There, she's back.
There you are.
Thanks. I'm having tons, ever since the hurricane, our Wi-Fi has been just nasty. I don't understand it.
Wonder how how's the internet down there?
You just got
it was
back, not
right. Yeah, I thought it was
week.
coming in and out, and got it back, and some way they redirected some of the satellites to help with the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, they did the same with us too.
Yeah, that's what I was
But
wondering. If they sent some up there.
Yeah, they never brought us back though. I guess we're still hitting off of Montreal.
Doc, welcome, buddy. We see you in the chat. Thanks for stopping in and saying hello, my friend. What is going on?
Yeah, because hurricanes wiped you.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Still recovering.
Yeah. It's been a little crazy
But-
down here. But you're up in the... What was the hurricane that went up there all the way past the New England area? Because you were affected by that
Fiona.
one. Fiona, that's right.
Yeah. The worst one in our history, actually.
Oh.
We've had a really interesting weather pattern this last decade.
Yeah, they just seem to be getting tougher and tougher.
And real
I
rough.
actually just saw something from NASA, and they were like trying to answer a question for people, and the question was, are the storms, hurricanes going to get worse? And she said, they're going to get stronger and they're going to be more frequent. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, what hit me did not hit Florida. That's for sure. This
Right.
devastation in Florida is just, it's so sad. But I mean, with us, like, we're getting by, you know.
Yeah, well, glad
I mean,
to hear that
I
you're
lost.
doing better,
I
at
lost-
least.
Yeah, way better than like where Julie's at and more so. So
I can't imagine anybody being in that situation. Honest, that's...
no. And the thing is, I remember tuning in to your channel, and I remember catching Julie, like telling everyone about the situation and about driving on the roads, and like just everything, and it brought me to tears. It really did, because the devastation was so bad. And to hear that it's only going to get worse,
That's crazy, isn't it?
according to NASA. I mean, yeah. I mean,
Well, just look at the evidence. I mean, really, the last decade is we've had the most catastrophic hurricanes that they've had on record. Like, when I'm talking Category 3 or higher, and that's just hurricane. Right? So just think about all the other active weather patterns that have been going on, like snowstorms through the plains, through, I mean, storms in general, tornadic, called Tornado Alley of the U.S. I've heard also in the Europe continental area, been an increase of weather activity. Those in the U.K. and so. So, I mean, what do you attribute that to, right? A lot of people don't. There's a big debate on whether global warming is the issue or if it's something else, or if it's just a normal turn of events that happens every so many centuries. I don't fully buy that it's something that happens normally, because there is indeed a recorded warm up of the waters in your oceans. That's definitely problem number one, because of all the, we are coming at the end of or at the tail end of an industrial age that really started this whole pollution back in the 1800s. So that all the way to today, you still have some of those countries out there for holding on to that kind of industrialism. I believe India is one of them. And I'm not pointing cause. Multiple countries. So, we still got a ways to go to clean up this planet a little bit, but
Cause and effect in general.
That's exactly right. Humans are what makes this planet, in its own way, tick.
I mean, we were so lucky because we would look and see that the U.S. would be hit so hard, and as of 10 years ago, we did not get hurricanes or tropical storms or anything. So our waters have been warming up like quite a bit, and that's obviously, I believe, what's letting it be able to, like the tropical storms and the hurricanes, be able to come up so far north.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's sad,
Great point.
and the devastation, like, it's sad because no one should have to deal with that.
On that note, y'all want to ride another coaster?
Is it called the Hurricane?
There is literally a ride called the Hurricane. I forget which park it's from. Kings Island might have been it. It might have been a Six Flags.
Six Flags has a Superman.
Ooh.
That is fun.
You get to lay, like, you're flying in a coaster.
Yeah, the way you're
I like
standing
that.
or laying, and it props you so that you really feel like you're flying. That one. That one.
So we're about to ride the Maverick. Internet bodes well. We'll have a ride. Moment we got buffering. Oh.
Chat room's ready for more coasting.
Coasting?
We're coasting along. Buffer. Like.
No buffer.
Oh, hey, PC.
A piece.
Hey, Gina.
Hey, PC.
Hey, Lisa. Hey, Carrie.
Hey.
So, what amusement parks do you have over there?
In the UK, there's plenty. There's Alton Towers. There's a few. The only one that I've been to in the UK here is Alton Towers, really. They've got a ride called the King Cobra, which is pretty gnarly.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
I wouldn't dare go on it, though, because it's got corkscrews on it like nobody's business.
Yeah, I can't do corkscrews when it's
It
double or triple loops. That's when those kind of rides make me sick. Anything else I love, but I'll avoid when it has too many corkscrews.
The other one that's a really, really good ride here in the UK is the Pepsi, what they call the Pepsi Max. It's the biggest roller coaster in Blackpool, and it takes you 200 foot up in the air to start with, and then drops you 200 foot.
Yeah, that's like the Magnum. Yeah.
and keeps going, and it's the biggest roller coaster in Blackpool, I believe.
You know how fast that one goes?
Awesome.
Or?
It goes pretty fast. It goes just fast enough that when they take a photo of you on it, you're not blurry enough, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, remember when that wasn't a thing either? That became the collector's item. They didn't even always have snapshots. And that was an ingenious idea. That was such a money marketer.
Yeah,
like, it's a great souvenir. You want that. That's like, okay, cool.
A lot of theme parks do it now, though, don't they? On their roller coaster
Yeah,
rides.
almost every park does it. But, like, when we were kids, they didn't even have that yet for the snapshots.
Yeah.
And now you're, like, anticipating, oh, I want to see myself. How did I look on the coaster when I came? Pretty cool.
I remember the first time going to Alton Towers with my family when I was young. My granddad and my uncle, they went on the King Cobra. My granddad went on it 9 times throughout the day. He absolutely loved it. My uncle, after coming off the second time, projectile vomited.
Oh man.
Oh,
It's a nuts ride, the King Cobra. I'm not sure if it's still at Alton Towers anymore because it wasn't just the speed, but it was the fact that it had so many corkscrews on it for the cars to follow, and it was just nuts. I wouldn't dare go on it.
There is one ride at Cedar Point that's kind of like that. It literally is called the corkscrew.
Yeah.
And it rattles your head like a pinball machine. That is the roughest ride.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I won't go on that one anymore.
Oh my god.
That one
you
would
want
give me a headache. Yeah. Jinx.
That one will do it to you.
They still?
Or they used to have.
Like-
Before they put up the.
Yeah. That
Back in
was
the 90s.
like when it used to be MGM and now it's Disney, but the tower drop. What's the ride at? But Cedar Point had, because that's more like you're getting in a elevator and dropping. I guess that was the closest they had way back. But you sat in it, and they would say put a coin on your leg, and it would just levitate the whole way down.
Science experiment ever.
Yeah,
You literally watch that coin float in front of your face as you go down.
because it's dropping you so fast, but you're. Yeah. And it was designed where you just slid in.
Yeah.
There's a new ride at Alton Towers and it looks freaky as hell. I've just looked it up. The King Cobra isn't there anymore, but they've got a new ride called the Galactica.
Oh, really?
You start off in a vertical position, sitting up. Then they put you into a lying down position.
That is neat.
Ooh.
I'm not touching that one. It'd be great. It'd be great to be in a lying down position and doing a Superman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On a roller coaster, and the other one at Alton Towers is called the Nemesis. That's where your feet are just dangling off the edge.
Yeah, tower.
Yeah. I'm not. Thing is, I've only been to Disney.
Thanks, game. And then when we
Tower
went
Terror.
to Cape Canaveral, they had a ride there, and like you were flying like astronauts. So there was a point where it felt like no gravity. That was cool.
Oh,
Remember?
was it one of those where they would drop you up and then drop you down, Gina? So it felt like you were weightless.
It felt like
Yeah.
you were in a spaceship taking off. Yeah, and then you became
Oh,
weightless.
wow.
Oh, was this at NASA?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so that's where I got. That was a really cool ride, dude.
Yeah, that was an unexpected, like, you think you're just gonna go and see all the
It's
historic ships and
it's a hydraulic
spaceships and
ride.
stuff.
Literally a hydraulic ride.
Yeah.
But it's simulated so well. Simulate what it feels like being in the rocket going up and just.
Yeah,
It-
like you were still looking out of the
Like you're
doors, the
getting to
windows, or
see-
something would open up on a shuttle. And
Oh, wow.
see
Man.
the outer space and stuff. It was cool.
They simulated that on the screens. That was really cool. I admit that was a highlight of being at NASA. I still have pictures of that. I forgot to put it down to that video.
Yeah. Post some of
It's
that.
gonna be. If I do that. I didn't get a video of that one.
Yeah, we
That
didn't
was
even
slick.
expect it to be as good as it was. We're like, okay,
Well, I was
let's
gonna
go.
walk through this thing
Yeah,
and watch,
check this
you know,
out and
check out some.
And it had just opened back up too, like,
After
and I
COVID.
guess no, the ride itself. It normally doesn't close down.
Oh,
I
it was-
think I
it was a
had
rare
mentioned
breakdown,
that
too, yeah.
Yeah, it was a rare breakdown. Yeah, when all this stuff was breaking down, when it couldn't take off because of the fuel leaks and everything. their ride was having difficulties
Very
also
similar.
that week before.
Like, is this all part of the experience? Is this something that's normal?
Yeah. Because the employee, he's like, this isn't typical. It's hardly ever. This gets closed down. And yeah, halfway through the day, it opened back up. So we didn't have to wait in as much of a line there either. And we're like, okay, we'll check it out. We're like, wow, this is cool. Let's go on again. And by that time, the line had built up like crazy.
So this ride's called the Gemini. Two coasters going side by side, battling for who gets ahead of who. And literally, people will get on this ride and try to, like, you know, do like a teamwork effort of leaning forward at certain points to see if we can get the coaster to go a little faster. This was a fun ride. I think this is one of their first hybrids. Like, this is one of the first hybrid coasters that were ever made. So Cedar Point made the first world record on this one.
Oh wow!
Yep, there. Record.
Sounds so much
Record makers,
like
record
so much
breakers.
fun.
Yes, fun, amazing.
Where is Cedar Point?
Sandusky, Ohio. I would say it's about maybe an hour or so. City called Toledo.
Oh yeah.
Buffering. Pause it. Load.
Catch up.
Catch up with itself. So this is the first hill. We'll let that catch up for a minute. So annoying. Internet says, "Oh, I'm gonna buffer." It's actually not. I don't think it's the internet.
It's YouTube, I think, Zaiden.
What's that? YouTube?
I think it's a YouTube thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've sent 2 pictures in the Zoom chat, Zaiden, of the Nemesis and the Galactica at Alton Towers.
Oh, nice.
Just to see what you think of them. They're definitely rides I wouldn't touch. I like to be secure in the roller coaster. I don't like having my feet dangling out anywhere.
We've got Mike coming into the house, guys.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
What's up?
Hello.
Hey.
How you doing? Welcome to the Ghost, my friend.
First time calling, I think, actually.
First time?
First time, yeah. Awesome, man.
Welcome, first timer.
We all know who Mike
Yes.
is, but welcome to your first time with us, my friend. AKA Batman, AKA Mike.
Yeah.
So, and that looks like a wolf.
I gotta ask, what's the meaning behind the artwork? Looks pretty cool.
I don't know, I just drew it. I was bored, and I just started getting into drawing again, and I just drew it, yeah.
Wow, that's just doodling? Yeah.
If that's just doodling, that's well impressive.
Absolutely. I agree.
Didn't shake me long.
He's actually a pretty talented guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed. Try to do side by side. So it has both curves.
Hey, Jen.
And that looks like
Is that Jules?
I gotta ask, what's the meaning behind the artwork? Looks pretty cool.
I don't know, I just drew it.
We can hear some echo back there, Jules.
Wow, just doodling? Yeah.
Echo.
Who's echoing?
Echo.
I think it was me. Was it me?
I see you're back. I see your internet's working. How are you doing, Jules?
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Good.
I'm okay.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
We are glad to hear that. Awesome. We got some awesome artwork. Jules is in the house. Let's see if I can get this.
In the house, and let's see if I can get this.
Racing duality called Gemini roller coaster. So these are both coasters running at the same time. You get the point of view for both of them. It's pretty cool.
Are they like racing each other, Zaiden?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you see the left shows the blue coasters ahead a little bit.
Right.
Kind of gives you a perspective of how people ride on each side of the tracks. This is actually pretty cool.
The tracks.
Yeah, isn't it like a blue coaster, red coaster?
Yeah, the one on the left is a red coaster. I think at some point, the red coaster will get ahead of the blue one to tease the other one. You know, like, hey, we're getting ahead. You know, and at times it's really cool because sometimes the red wins, sometimes the blue wins.
Yeah,
it really is that small of a minute difference.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that.
Is it one of those roller coasters when they cross over each other as well?
That would be cool, but no, that is not this coaster.
Right. Okay.
There are some like Busch Gardens has one of those. Not like a dual coaster, but it's like it has a coaster that switches to another track, and then you go forward and you stop behind you. The track switches, then you end up going backwards along this other track.
Right.
That to me is pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Right. I'm having saltwater taffy. That's so good. Hope I don't make.
You better be saving me some sweets when I get there.
Save some just for you, Jules. You will be our test. You will testify how good the stuff is.
I know.
The kolache.
Oh God!
I can't wait. Seriously, how many of those did you buy?
I grabbed a few of them.
So you put one in the freezer, I hope?
Yeah. Yeah, there's 2 in the fridge and 1 in the freezer, I think.
Yay.
Or, well, this one I pulled out of the fridge to show. But, yeah, if you guys...
Look, y'all.
This doesn't, like, advertise it, give it enough justice. But when you cut this open, and it is just filled with all the yumminess of the walnuts and stuff inside. Yeah, that's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, dessert. It's all good.
So good. All right, this one's the corkscrew. Oh my God, this is the corkscrew. This is what rattles our heads. Oh, it's cool to watch on video, but when you're in the little, you know, where the head thing comes down, and you got these 2 little posts next to you that secure you, you're bobbing back and forth and smacking it like a pinball machine during most of this ride. That's the downfall. But for legacy reasons, if you want to say, hey, I rode the first ever steel roller coaster made in the world that it does corkscrews or any loop-de-loops, this is the one. If you want to have that under your belt. For those of you
it's all steel, Zaiden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They chose not. They actually were They were thinking about taking this down, but it's such a landmark for this park. Come up they call it the midway, because you can see all the way down, and you see the corkscrew kind of like as a highlight in the background. Their monumental part of the park kind of gives Cedar Point the look that they've had for so many years. They have it on postcards. There's the coast. There's your loop-de-loop right there. Corkscrew. Your head gets red.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh.
And that was it for that ride. That was only halfway through the video. I guess they stopped it. Oh yeah, literally another minute. But anyways, yeah. So if you go in this park, you walk down the midway, you'll see right up front there's a lift thing. I forget what we call that, the sky lift.
We call it the sky.
And then right after that, you'll see the corkscrew in the distance. Looks cool, but it is kind of a rough ride. Wicked Twister. This one's okay. Pause it for a moment to let it load. This is one of those that kind of it sends you up, and it comes back down and goes faster, back up the other side, then comes back down again and faster. So it's like a back and forth kind of coaster, but as you go up, on each side.
Sounds
An interesting
awesome.
ride. If it'll little glitchy. As you can see, the corks kind of going up there.
I'll be back in a sec, Zaiden. I'm just going to mute myself.
All right, PC Tech.
Zaiden, can you drop the Zoom link again for Lisa? She accidentally deleted herself out.
I can get it.
Lisa.
I'll get it.
Thank
Copy.
you.
I'm gonna pin it. Oh wow! So the final poll, I asked, what do you like about haunted houses? Scares or the set's creativity or both? Sets and creativity and both tied for. The scares were the least.
Figures I'm the one that went for scare.
Oh man.
I'm most unpopular, didn't you know that?
No, you're not. You're the most popular person in here. Well, other than Zaiden and Gina.
No.
So,
Yeah. And you and Mike.
Mike in the house.
Frankie is trying to type on the laptop. I might get booted next if he doesn't stop.
I used to have a cat named Linus that did that on my laptop. Just type, and a whole bunch of little weird characters come on. And okay, what was that? Oh, that was Linus.
That's what he does. Ouch.
That's funny. Frankie learning how to type on a keyboard.
Yes. The little boy next door calls him Frank. Hi, Frank. Like, okay.
Oh, I couldn't do that one, Zaiden.
Yeah, that one's you go back and forth, right? So that was for some it's easy, and for others it's like, I don't know. Oh, the Gatekeeper. This one is actually one of the ones we did ride. This is a fun ride. Really hope it does not buffer.
Yeah.
This is at the front of the park, so this is actually kind of what's on the thumb graphic of today's stream. On the front, you'll see kind of like a little Philip bridge like post thing.
And for me, that was one of the newer ones that I didn't get to experience previously. That I think had been built since the last time I was there.
Now, this is a 2-person on each side wing.
Yeah, that's what was interesting and different about it too. The seating form. So you had lines coming from both directions. Get on this coaster, which can be deceiving. Also, oh, the line's short. No, that's because you're coming from 2 different directions. The board.
Oh,
at the front.
Yeah,
that part was so cool. You brought your legs up like you're hanging your legs down. Like you're bringing your legs up like you're gonna hit these things or something. It was that intense. But it was a smooth ride, so you're not like getting stomach sickness, but it's one of those, it really messes with your mind. You lift your leg up a little bit.
Well,
I don't want to. My legs.
Going through those pylons and everything, I bet you were thinking, are my legs going to hit it?
I was going to definitely lose my shoes. This is the Val Raven. Oh, okay, this is the Val Raven is an 8-seated coaster with 3 rows. So 8 times 3 is what, 24? That was the second one we rode. One of their newest rides here. At the top, they'll stop right as you're about to drop. So you can see inverted straight down drop where it kind of comes a little bit inside. So it's like they call it like a 95 or 100 degree drop. Because it's not straight down, it comes in a little bit. You'll see here in a minute. Come around.
Oh, is it one of those that dangles you off the edge before you drop?
Oh, buddy, yeah. Sure does.
Oh, God.
What's up, Jenny? We see you. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. About to experience this crazy drop. Take a look at your doom, y'all. That's your doom. Becomes straight down.
Hey, Jenny.
Jenny.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Jenny.
Stops you again here, too.
Oh, that's a drop.
Amazing.
Oh, my. So fun.
High school.
What now?
Where it was the bike beat.
Oh, they call that the Mantis, but the Mantis
that got
was
changed again. Yeah.
Let me tell you a story about the Mantis. Guys out there. Let's just say it puts your Jimmy in a bunch to a point where you walk off walking funny.
Oh no.
Put it clearly, it's when she said bicycles, it's a stand-up coaster that you literally sit like on a bicycle seat. You're strapped in.
And not your banana seat type.
Well, anyways, so gravity and a bicycle seat don't communicate very well or agree when you're going 8 G's against the bicycles, and all you have left is your crotch to block you from everything else on your body from going down.
Oh, God.
So all the weight of almost, I don't know if it's 8 G's, it's a lot of G's, coming down in that area.
Yeah.
So think about that.
Of course, it's not as uncomfortable for us ladies, but there was still some difference, and I could see why they had to change that structure of the coaster. But it was cool because you felt like you were standing up. But yeah, they had to change a lot of those designs, any coasters that way. Yeah,
so it's a lot of complaints that came in, and they said, all right, we're going to change things up.
So why wouldn't these people ride these things beforehand?
Why would they, or
he's saying why not enough testing?
Oh, testing.
Yeah.
Well, I guess in theory they're supposed to test these rides before they put them out live, right? So they put these live, these test dummies that's supposed to simulate the weight of a person, and they strap them in like any other human being, and then they ride out there to make what it look, how it performs. I don't think they really measured for the impact that it would have on certain areas.
Yeah.
saying, every time I went, it was like, okay, we got the weird like guy thing, right? Like, who wants to go on this? Come on,
like a dare.
A dare, like could be man enough to go on the stupid coaster. Oh, whatever. So obviously I was young. Right. So okay, I will go on, whatever. Then I walk funny for half the day.
Or you might have to sit in the wheelchair and I
She would
push
have to
you.
push me off after that ride. I'll tell you that. I wouldn't make it. I would not make it. I almost want to dare Andy Signor if he hasn't been up there yet, or anybody else, Lewis, to try this out. Man, this park is awesome. But I don't know if anybody else has ever been on a stand-up coaster before, but you'll know if you're, especially a guy, be biased or anything. Definitely know what it feels like afterward.
I have, and it was horrifying.
So when you say
Hey,
horrifying,
the internet people are here. I gotta go.
all right, get it done, Jules. We'll see you soon.
Yeah. Top speed.
See what you did there. Crickets
Okay.
with some.
Jenny,
fire.
are you seeing Candy's post? Candy's saying, hi Jenny, I can put my toes to the top of my head now.
Cookies for Subway. I like some. All right. This ride we're about to go on is called the Raptor. This is where you're sitting in a seat, but your legs are literally dangling, so you can, like you're on a swing almost.
I love those.
So this has, when it was created, it was the highest, biggest, longest, free, call it or categorize it, like when the type where you sit on it like a swing and legs are free, type of coaster. So still to this day, it's a very popular ride. So see what it looks like. Do not eat before this ride. FYI, I've done it. I really had to struggle to keep my stomach together after this ride. Because of the amount of G's that is on this ride is phenomenal. Even though it's a smooth ride,
Oh, wow. Isn't that good advice before going on any roller coasters? Don't eat, just in case.
Yeah.
just a tinge in case your acids are starting to build up a little bit. I mean, like a chicken nugget, and that's it. Maybe that's it.
Yeah. We were trying to plan that too, because as far as the handicap accessibility, like they would mark a certain time on there to return. And so we're like, okay, well, if we get food at this time, then we can come back to the coaster at this time and plan it out. But yeah,
Man.
hold the food in.
So yeah, obviously you guys on YouTube are seeing this. I didn't want to. One of the things that we're having a problem with is we can't share the second cam, you guys, in Zoom because we tried that earlier today and it crashed our computer. So one of the things that I worked on last night, attempt, and so that's why we got a 15-second delay for you guys to see. Gotta get a better computer, guy.
So you guys out there get the thrill before us.
That was an amazing. Honestly, I love the Raptor. I love it. Smooth ride.
Yeah.
It really makes you feel like you're a part of a raptor flying around or something, and it's got you in its hooks.
Yeah, it is named well. I will give it that. Yep.
It's so good. Man, watch what you eat before you ride that. I'm just. Rachel.
Yeah.
He literally said, these videos are confirming my hatred for roller coasters. Oh, man.
Nice.
Another. Oh, just an alert from PayPal, but it was... sorry about that. So this next ride is called the Mine Ride. This is one of the first. I don't remember. This is when I was a kid. This ride was out. It was literally, I think, it was the second coaster built in this park that had steel rails. I think maybe this was actually the first hybrid coaster. Now that I think about it, because it had wood with steel rail. The Gemini was the second. I got confused. All right, so first ever hybrid coaster. No, this may be. It is a. My brain's mush.
That last
coaster messed my head up. It really G'd me out. Aw, geez. Go up the chains. All the mine ride. Or if there's going to be a mine.
Thought the Beast at Kings Island. That was impressive back in the day. Probably still is. Which was a wooden one. They turned that one out.
That was
to metal rails.
This is not exactly as exciting as the rest of the coasters. This is one of the first. I mean, it's an early on coaster. But it had some cool scenery to it. It looks like you're actually working in the mine. So, mine cart.
Yeah, it gave you that feel. I don't
Very
know, for some
cool.
reason I'm thinking Seven Dwarfs right.
Whistle while you... Toot toot. Would have been cool if there was like a
can work
tunnel
the
you go
mines.
through, though.
Yeah.
This didn't have a tunnel. Why can't you invite twin witches to a party?
Oh, why?
You can never tell which witch is which.
Ah, ha, ha, ha.
Oh.
Curveball zinger.
Dun 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 dun. Do we have another one, Zaiden?
One another.
One another.
All right, so
Yeah.
where do werewolves store their Halloween trees?
Store their Halloween trees. Where do they? Red Riding's Hood? I don't know.
It's they store them in a warehouse.
Oh.
Right.
Where are them crickets at?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I was making my dinner. That's why I was on mute.
Okay,
Aw.
weren't sure. I'm like, I'd be doing
Sorry.
something.
It's all right.
Yeah, I should have. I didn't realise I sort of tapped in, and then I looked at the clock and I thought, "Oh my God, it's 9:15." Oh, I've not eaten anything yet. Did you have a good week?
Absolutely, we had a fantastic time. We didn't get enough for Egyptian cotton sheets. But we definitely got the cotton balls.
And we got cotton candy fudge.
Cotton candy fudge.
Yeah.
We're riding the blue streak
Cotton
right now.
candy fudge?
Cotton candy fudge? Oh,
yeah.
They sell cotton balls out there, don't
Cotton
they?
candy fudge from Cedar Point.
So fudge that tastes like cotton candy?
Is Cedar Point an amusement park then?
Cool.
Yes,
The
it is.
interesting part is this cotton candy was a little harder than the other.
You mean chewy?
It was like when you try to cut into it. I'm just being honest.
Guys, if you ever come to Canada, you should visit the Paramount Wonderland.
Paramount Wonderland?
Roller coasters making
Yeah,
me feel
Paramount Wonderland. Canada. It's called Canada's Paramount Wonderland.
So is
You guys would have a blast.
So is it based off of like how Universal Studios and stuff, or where they have like
It
Paramount
doesn't
Pictures?
It doesn't have any themed stuff like that, but I mean, you can bungee jump. There's a water park there right in with it. I know Justin Bieber shot a video there with Nicki Minaj before.
Wow.
But like the rides are crazy, and the only rides I don't like are the ones that are on wood. They give my head they just rattle your brain so bad. But like the ones where your feet are dangling, oh, they're my favorite.
You'd love the Raptor, but how do you handle like G-force? You handle it well?
Yeah.
You would love the Raptor.
Yeah.
That I would recommend that all day long. Oh my god.
You know, if somebody offered me £1 million, I will honestly say on my parents' life that I would never, ever, ever get on a roller coaster. Not even for 50,000 quid. There's just no way in hell that I could stomach something like that.
1,000 quid, man. That's wow. Okay.
Well, even for $1 million, not a chance. Absolutely no chance would I ever get on one of those.
That was called the Woodstock Express. That was a kid roller coaster.
I've seen some of them on YouTube, and they're just beyond anything I've ever seen, and I'm thinking, you've got to have serious problems to get on something like that.
50 quid is like 90 in American, isn't it? Or something like that?
Don't know.
I'm really not sure about the
I know I just couldn't do it.
value.
And even for money, I wouldn't do it. I'd rather cut an arm off than someone drag me on something like that.
Missing out, Jenny.
No.
How about costumes?
I can assure you.
Do you like to dress up
No.
for this time of year?
No. I'm just wondering as well, you know, how Halloween even made its way over here, because it's nothing to do with us. It's always been an American thing, hasn't it? But over the years, the next thing we'll be having is Thanksgiving. No, I don't partake.
Talking about holidays, it's so funny. I have a cousin, and when she was in high school, they did a semester abroad during the summer, and she was in England during the 4th of July. And she was like, I'm so excited to be in England and see how they celebrate the 4th of July. I'm like, you really think the Brits are going to celebrate 4th of July? And she was just like, you know, but she was just like, Yeah, like, why not? I'm like, that's our independence from England. I'm like, I'm sure, like, you go over to England and you'll be like, Happy 4th of July. And they're going to be like, yeah, we don't care. Get out of here.
Fireworks.
You know, like, yeah, whatever. It's just a Friday here, okay? So, so, yeah, I just was like, it was just funny. She was a pretty naive kid when she was younger.
They've got something else. Is it China or Tokyo or something like that, where you walk across these? They're really, really high, and then they're glass bridges.
Oh,
and
I've seen those.
Yeah.
And when you tread on each panel, they crack.
Yes,
Not
I've
actually
seen some
crack,
YouTube videos
but,
on that. They
I've
freak
seen
out
some
every
video.
time.
Oh God, no, not a chance. I'm no good with heights either.
I agree with Jenny. I could not do that.
No.
Not up so high.
I don't mind watching. Even it makes my head roll just watching others do it. But you know, and when I see some of the positions that these roller coasters put you in, I'm thinking just not a chance in hell. Even if it was a date with Gary Sinise or some hot guy with, you know, just no, absolutely no.
No bueno.
Just
not gonna happen anytime for Jenny.
No.
So,
but have you guys?
I have a question for you guys.
Go ahead, Carrie.
If you don't mind. Canada has July 1st. The US has July 4th. So what would the UK have?
Like a preparation holiday?
Well, we have November the 5th, which we call Bonfire Night, stroke Guy Fawkes Night.
Oh, yeah.
Is that like a celebration? Like the 4th of July?
Well, basically, it's just one night, really, where you light a great big bonfire and set fireworks off. That's pretty much what it is.
Oh.
It used to be Penny for the Guy. I did that when I was a kid.
Wow.
Jenny, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's also a celebration of a failed attempt at somebody blowing up the Houses of Parliament.
Yeah,
that's
basically what it is. In fact, half a mile away from me is a house that used to be a tavern back in the day, and it's very famous for some of the, not Guy Fawkes himself, but some of his crew, where they stayed, waiting for news from London to see whether the plot had been carried out. So we've got quite a bit of history around here related to Guy Fawkes.
I did not know that they tried to do that.
Yeah.
Pretty wild. I don't know a whole lot about the history regarding that specifically, but I heard it was something to do with the Parliament. I don't know.
Yeah.
For you guys over there. Okay.
Basically, if I remember my history right, the King was going to be opening Parliament and giving his speech, and Guy Fawkes had put barrels of gunpowder underneath the house.
Gunpowder pot, they called it.
Yeah. They put barrels of gunpowder underneath the Houses of Parliament and was going to attempt to blow them up, but he was caught by the Royal Guards before he could.
Didn't bloody work then, did it?
No.
Still got the buggers.
Remember this one?
Yeah.
It's called the Rogaroo?
Yeah.
1605. I'm just looking it up now.
This is the Mantis that was converted into the Rogaroo.
Yeah,
this was the
that's
stand-up
what it
coaster we're
was.
watching that
Okay.
actually got converted
And, like, the
into like
colors
a
and
lay-down
everything look
coaster, I think.
familiar.
Have you ever been on a roller coaster?
Ooh, EC Tech.
No, you.
Oh yeah, we've been.
You and Gina.
That's where we just came
where
from.
we just came from.
We're showing you guys where we came from. We actually took a
but
trip from Florida all the way up to
Did you
Ohio.
actually go on one?
Yeah. Yeah, we got to get on a few of these.
A few?
Yeah.
Of course, as many as we could, yeah.
Roller coaster theme park of the world.
Yeah.
Come on now.
And they ring your bell?
Yeah, depending on the coaster.
How do we take that question?
I mean,
depending on the ride you ride.
A lot of adrenaline running through my body every waking hour of the day anyway, and to create a bit more on one of those is just not very appealing.
Right. But the other reason too is they had what we kind of showcased earlier is the haunted houses they were doing. They call it Cedar Point's Halloweekends. Which
I bet I would go in.
You wouldn't do that either?
Oh yeah, I would.
Oh, you would go. Okay.
Even though I'm startled easy, I've always had an interest in that sort of thing anyway.
So they're really good with their creativity in the park. They had, I think, almost close to 30 haunted houses, themed haunted attraction, we'll call it. Majority of them were like some sort of house you go, some sort of a housed, like warehouse or whatever you want to call it. But a lot of it was so creative on how they did each scene in these houses that I was kind of more awe-inspired rather than getting scared. But of course, I'm paying attention to their scare tactics as well. And poor Gina over here, and I was pushing her in a wheelchair through this whole thing, and they were really trying to get her good.
Yeah.
That was so funny as they were trying. One of them actually creeped up behind me and pointed at the wheelchair like, "Can I push?" Like kind of thing. Like,
I didn't know.
It was so flawless. Like he just pushed it for a minute as I was behind him, and he only did that for like a moment, and then as we come up to a turn, and he's like, "Ugh." I'm like, "Well, that was interesting." And then he walked beside me for a minute, like.
I used to go to fairgrounds when I was a lot younger, before roller coasters and stuff were invented. And even going on the carousel on the horses used to make me feel ill. Really? But the only thing I could actually get on, and PC Tech will know this, is the dodgems. I don't know whether you have them over there. That was the only thing. Cars. Yeah, that was the only thing really that I could tolerate and have fun on.
Okay.
Although you bumped into that many people, you'd come off, with whiplash.
Oh yeah, because you'd always get stupid idiots going as fast as they could.
Yeah, that would have been me.
And me.
Bumping into as many people as possible.
Sounds like fun.
Like I forgot what this one's called. Wind Seeker. So essentially it takes you up like beyond 200 feet or something in the air. Like you're really up there. But if you're,
and another cold one, the way you're swinging all in that, swinging around and the cold lake around you.
Boy, it does find the wind. Let me tell you, called Wind Seeker. It's true to the name.
Now, in the middle of the summer on a hot day, yeah, you want to get on it. You want to cool
you
off.
Don't wear
Sun's been beating on you.
Shorts.
Yep.
If you're afraid of heights, definitely not the ride for you.
No,
they have that.
Do heights either.
They have that crazy roller coaster in Vegas that goes off the roof of a hotel as well, don't they?
I don't know if it's still there, but yeah,
that's on the Stratosphere.
Yeah, the Stratosphere. That's what. I forgot the name of the coaster that you're talking about. They used to actually have a small coaster that went around it.
Yeah, but now they have this thing where it goes up and there's an arm goes out and it goes forward.
Fall off or something.
it's like you're going to go off the edge of the Strat. It's pretty scary. I've done that. It looks pretty scary because you don't know when it's going to stop.
Right.
So, but they've got a really great roller coaster around the New York, which is fun. And then they used to have, it's actually a pretty fun roller coaster. And then they used to have one at the NASCAR casino, but that casino has since closed. And that was actually a really fun coaster.
That was part of visit.
We did a casino trip. Remember, it was on Native Indian land. It was owned by the native.
That's when we were in North Carolina. But we did at the mid stop at our friend's house up in the mountains. So they took us to the reservation that had the casino on it. I came out. I doubled my money.
Never went to, have you actually?
I'm not a gambler.
She's not. What do I do? Well, we're trying to figure out how to play this stupid slot machine, and we're like, "What do you press? I don't know." Let's just like we're trying to figure out minimum bet and all.
Yeah, they said if you open up a card, their sliding card or whatever, then you get $5 to spend, or was it 5 or I don't know.
Well, they give you 50 credit points.
Oh, the points, the credit
money,
points.
It's like Monopoly money, but you can play it into the.
Yeah, so I think that's what it is. Yeah, so if you spend $5, gamble your first $5, then they give you 50 in credit. And so we're like, okay, well, might as well do that. I mean, that's you order a pop and you're gonna spend that. So
you spent all your money on the slot machines, roller coasters, when you could have come home with Egyptian cotton sheets.
Well, no, I doubled my money at least.
You didn't lose. You did gain.
Yeah. So.
And all our money went towards.
Right towards the fudge.
some fantastic sweet fudge.
Yeah. And
it was yummy.
Oh, yeah, excuse me for what?
You do that. I'm gonna say a zinger.
Uh-oh.
Why are ghosts so bad at telling lies?
Because you can see right through
them. Well, that's a giveaway. Man. So what? Oh, you might like this. What's a ghost's favorite ride?
Ooh. I have no idea.
You're gonna laugh when I say the answer, PC. It is a roller ghoster.
Oh, God.
Whilst we're on the topic of scary stuff, Halloween and stuff, has anybody had any paranormal experiences of their own that they'd like to divulge?
I did. And this is when I was a lot younger.
To divulge or no?
I'll divulge. There was this. I lived in Northwest Ohio a long time ago, and some friends of mine, we instigated the whole trip to check out this bridge that was haunted. Apparently, I find out almost as we get to the bridge, oh, there was a kid that died. And apparently, some spirit comes up and this kid puts all its handprints and footprints on your car. I'm like, whatever.
Ooh.
I'm like skeptical. Like, whatever, you're just trying to spook me. I'm just like, I'm going to come over this bridge and just prove y'all a bunch of fools. But I was curious because, I'm an idiot. So I go over the bridge. It was kind of cold too, like For some reason, it got instantly cold over this bridge. I'm like, why is it so cold? It's supposed to be like in, well, 40 at the point it was like supposed to be in the 40s, and it turned like instant freezing. So, I look over in this bridge, and it's like a creek. It's a real deep creek too. It's like one of those that you fall off the bridge, you're probably not gonna make it out. It's real thin too. Like, it's like the creek is maybe 15 feet wide, but depth-wise, it's probably 30, 50, between 30 and 50 feet drop. Pretty steep. I'm like, wow, okay, so this is interesting. So I can see why somebody might get, injured or hurt or worse. So here I am looking over yonder and seeing some what looked like snowflake starting to sleet a little bit. And then in the distance, I see two hovering red, what look like eyes. I'm like, nope, I'm done. So I turn around, I go to the car, and literally little tiny handprints all over my windshield and back shield. I'm like,
wow.
What? Did anybody just pull a prank on me just now? I'm asking. I'm like, no. And the look on everybody's faces that didn't have this kind of paranormal experience before was they looked like they seen a ghost. It was like, I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. Handprints are forming without somebody being there.
Wow.
Needless to say, I got in my car and I'm like, the bleep out of here. Because I'm done with that.
Did you ever go back?
No.
Why?
I didn't want my car to get possessed or something crazy, so I'm like, no. So we did one more adventure, I think, about a month or two later, and it was cold and it was sleeting pretty good. So we went out to a place that was, again, kind of coerced into going into, and I'm like, I don't know if I'll go, but all right, whatever. Went to a graveyard somewhere out in the middle of nowhere.
As you do.
So we all went, and I was in my Crown Victoria at the time, and we didn't know it was gonna start to snow heavier. They didn't forecast that. So we got there, but we were kind of stuck there for a minute. Like, we were waiting for a snowplow to come down the road before we started going again. But we were there, and I'm not sure the story behind this graveyard, but apparently a stone moves or something. I forget. And we were there, looked around, watched, and we went to this point of where this headstone was at, and so here's what I did. I got stupid. I was very young at the time, and took off my shirt, bare-chested, running around like, hey, I'm just coming out here, we're partying out with you guys here, and then I turn around and the stone moves. I'm like, we're out of here. The thing moved. The thing moved. I'm like, wow. Okay, so we're not messing. Or, and here's.
So you were like, hey, and then you're like, bye.
Right. Like a proper greet and goodbye moment, all within maybe 2 minutes time.
You actually saw it move?
Yes.
Oh my god.
That was pretty wild. I don't know how to explain it. It was just like it started to lean back a little bit. Like, is there? At first, I was thinking, is there a mechanic thing behind this? I'm like, no, but the ground started cracking where it was put in. I'm like, I'm out. There's no way I'm sticking around for that. I'm like, and of course, my friends are just laughing their butt off. because I was obviously shirtless for one, and then we see that, and I almost leave my shirt behind, and they're like, "Dude, you're forgetting your shirt." I said, "Screw the shirt, let's go." Okay, wait, it's cold. I need my shirt. Also. So we didn't. Needless to say, we were going to wait for the snowplow, and I didn't wait for no snowplow. I made my own path. Like, we're gonna
was it literally foot to the floor, Zaiden? I'm out of here. I'm gone.
For a moment, yeah, but we weren't moving too fast, so I had to feather, is what we call it, the gas pedal a little bit, so we can gain some traction. But man, I was doing this, not really going anywhere, but fishtailing in one spot. It's just, we were freaking out from it.
He was like Scooby-Dooing out of there, guys. Oh my goodness.
I could picture myself and us being like a cartoon.
I was just trying to refresh my memory on some details. About 1992, I went out with a guy. He lives about an hour and a half away from me. David will know, Kettering, Northampton way.
Yeah.
And he had an experience. He used to go running, and when you're sort of in a small town like Kettering, Northamptonshire has got a lot of countryside, and basically it only takes you a couple of minutes by car to actually get out into the countryside. Well, he used to go running, and there are certain aspects of your story which involved a bridge and this and that. And he was just, I think it was after he finished work. So it was in the summer months, and it was probably dusk, by the time he got home from work and blah, blah, blah. And he was running under this bridge, which on one side of which crossed this, just this narrow road, and on one side of the road there was like a mound. And he managed to find out later, but he was just running along, and normally with runners, when they run past someone, they just say good evening. So anyway, he was just tootling along at his 5-minute mile or whatever, and there was a guy that looked like he had like a black cape, and he had his back to him, but as he ran past him, he just said, "Oh, good evening." And this person turned round, and where his face was just a black hole.
Oh, wow.
And it was a monk. And he told me, he did a bit of research, and he said, there were lots of stories whereby people that drove along that part of the road, they would actually see and feel somebody sitting next to them in the passenger side. And also as well, other people that had driven along there by that bridge had like a monk's outfit, literally. It was like they'd thrown them at the windscreen, and they'd literally have to slam on the brakes. And when they did that, it wasn't there. But funnily enough, I've just had a quick look on the internet, because this was going back some years, and this Phantom Monk is still going strong, because I found an article here. Can I put the link in chat for you to have a look at, Zaiden?
Can you post it into Zoom real quick? The Zoom chat?
Yeah, it's going back to 2021. So
yeah. Let me have a look at it in Zoom chat, and I'll see if I can.
Yeah, this is all still pretty active. Hang on, where do I find the chat again?
The bottom of Zoom where it says chat.
Ah, there we go. So I was curious as to, after he told me that story, and I'd no reason to disbelieve him, and then he found this was sort of pre-internet days, and then we went to the library and we actually found some old articles. And this, as I say, this article I've just looked up now only goes back to 2021. So this spooky monk is still very much active. And it turns out that where that dome was, there used to be an old monastery there.
Wow.
Oh, quite interesting. Oh, it says here as well, in 2009, a paranormal investigation team set up a vigil at the site and reported an unusual drop in temperature, as well as loud banging when they tried to make contact with the spirit world. But yeah, many accidents have been caused by this ghostly hooded monk suddenly stepping out onto the road near Barford Bridge. Some drivers have even stopped thinking that they've run over him, and they never actually find a body.
Oh, wow.
And it's just a hooded figure that, I just put keywords into Google because I was interested, and as I say, we're going back to very early 90s, and it's still all going on there. I must admit, when he took me out into the country, I'd say to him, we're not going down that road. Take me a different way. But yeah, it's...
Oh, I think I would too.
My brother actually had an experience with poltergeists. He was helping his best mate at the time. This is going back some years ago. Who was a police officer.
Wow.
And he was helping him move into, a police house. I think he had 2 daughters at the time and his wife's death. Anyway, they'd taken several large furniture items up into the bedrooms, and they came downstairs to have a tea break. And they were just standing in the kitchen, apparently, just having discussing what else needed doing, having a laugh, and all of a sudden they heard an almighty bang. And my brother actually dropped his cup of tea and said it was that bloody loud, and he's used to really loud fireworks, so it must have startled him. And they thought, what the hell was that? It's almost like, they thought maybe there'd been an explosion at a neighbour's house. Anyway, they rushed upstairs only to find a solid triple wooden wardrobe moved from one end of the bedroom to the other.
Insane.
And apparently they lived with this poltergeist for some time, even, the young kids. It never actually hurt them, but it would regularly move things around. I'm not too sure even whether they still live in that house. But actually, I don't think they do, because I think they split up some years later. But when my brother, I've always been sceptical. But when 2 people that are extremely close to me come back with experiences, then I've no reason to doubt them.
Kind of curious, too, about that. The one place that Lisa passed by.
Yeah.
That psych ward. I'm waiting for that live tour.
Yes. Yeah. A few friends and I were in the plans of doing that. I
feel a bit coming on.
Well, I have had experiences like, what you're talking about as well. I don't like to talk about them because I feel like I invite them back. And so I would go, but I don't want to go alone. So I'm just waiting until I can have like a good group of people with me so that we can go do that. And we're hoping to figure out a way to kind of see if we can get like a little bit more of an extended tour of it, and make it a little bit fun all at the same time. So yeah, there's plans in the making. I can't and I won't do it alone. So
Oh God, no!
Might be able to convince our friend Max to go with you.
Hey, she's more than welcome to come down and do it.
Where's hubby
I
at?
had
Will
an experience as
Will he
well.
go with you?
Your husband?
What's that?
Your hubby,
My
will he
husband?
go with you?
Yeah, he would go with me, but I think like what we've been talking about with me and my friends, it'll be definitely more entertaining for everybody if we do it the way we were talking. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, we gotta hit up.
Working on it. So,
All right. To be continued.
To be continued. Yeah.
You said you had an experience, David.
Yeah, it was quite an emotional one for me actually, because it was on the day of my aunt's funeral, and basically I hadn't cried all the way up to the funeral, hadn't been emotional at all. As we're leaving the crematorium, I turn round and in the doorways of the crematorium is standing my aunt. And she just says to me, "I'm okay, I'm safe." And that's when I just break down.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And to this day, I still can't explain it. But I know it was her because I could see her face and everything, as though I'm looking at Gina on camera. It was,
Wow.
and one of my friends said that because of the way because my aunt died of breast cancer in '94, and she said, "Did you have any?" Because my friend said she's quite into the spirit world and everything. And she said, "Did you have any unresolved feelings because of your aunt's death?" And I said, "Not that I'm aware of." And she said, "Well, you must have, because your aunt's come back to tell you she's safe, she's well, and, that's why she was there that day." But I still don't know to this day why it happened.
Wow.
Because I don't know what to believe.
Were you close to your aunt?
Very. She was the glue of the family. When my aunt passed away, the family sort of disintegrated.
I keep hoping Mum will come back and see me, but she hasn't. And I'm wondering, a lot of people say it happens when you least expect it, but sometimes it can't be until many, many years later.
If I'm having,
I want to know she's okay.
If I'm having high anxiety or stress, my dad's dad comes back to me and talks to me.
Yeah, that's I wish somebody would come and talk to me.
I've had a lot of people say to me that that's a bad omen, but
Why?
I don't know. There, certain religions and things say that it's a bad omen to have family members come back and visit you and stuff, and that it's a thing of evil. But families, they don't hurt me. So, and on that, my mum used to live with a poltergeist when she was young as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was really creepy because if I remember rightly, my mum said she was walking to the top of the stairs. She stopped halfway up. She's looked up and there's literally someone standing at the top of the stairs, and it's not her mum or dad. And then when she looked down and looked back up again, they're gone. And then it would smash things in the kitchen and around the house. They had to actually call in a priest to do an exorcism to get rid of it.
Wow.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because I actually had a pretty vivid dream about my grandma, with my grandma in it almost. Been at least 10 years. Which I had a dream I was in the mountains, having like a house. I can probably tell you verbatim every small detail inside this house and where it was on this mountain. It was that.
Zaiden, can I ask you a question? Did she speak to you?
Yes, but she did so through a telephone in this dream. She wasn't with me face to face, but she did it through like a telephone. She was in her 20s or something.
Yeah, I can guarantee you that is her reaching out to you. But the reason why she doesn't do it face to face is because she doesn't want to scare you. If that makes sense.
Well, I was actually happy to talk to her. She literally told me like she was so proud of me. Wow, that's interesting. I mean, I was pretty close to my grandma. She was my, if you will, my personal instructor for art, painting, and she did a lot of things with me as a kid, which I, to this day, hold on to like it's gold still. So to have that dream and have her tell me she's proud of me, I woke up. I mean, obviously, I was ball of tears. I'm like, I just dreamed about my grandma, and then I told my mom about this because she said my grandma in this dream said, you know, I'm a very spiritual person, and Lord allowed me to be able to talk to you. I'll just tell you I love you and I'm proud of you. You know, the things you're about to go through and the things that you will overcome. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty powerful. Because after that, I went through a lot of stuff. Transformation, too, spiritually. And I told my mom about this. And my mom's face lit up like a ghost. Because... And she started crying on the spot, which is kind of rare. My mom's not a very emotional person. More of your practical, if it doesn't make sense, it needs to, you know, get out of here. If it doesn't make you survive or make you money or whatever the case is, she's very practical. And then when she heard that, her face just lit up. In a really kind of ghost-like way, and then she started crying. Like, she told me she was a very spiritual person. She had did some book reading on just the nature of spirituality. A book my mom gave me that used to belong to my grandma. That this was one of her books that she gave to me. I'm like, oh, really? I guess the last name I remember is Brown, but I don't. First name maybe Susan. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But anyways, very spiritual. And my mom literally just fell down crying. I'm like, so, okay, that's confirmation because my mom knows that she's a very spiritual person. She never told me that. So as you said, PC. So I'm thinking, okay, well, obviously there's some truth to this, so it can't be just fake or. You know, demonic to a point, you know?
It's weird because every time I've spoken to my dad's dad, it's been in his and my grandmother's house, in their bedroom. And basically, it's all, the bedroom, the wallpaper and everything is exactly how it was. How I remember it as a boy, and there's no bed. There's a table. There's always a pot of tea, sandwiches, and snacks. And we sit. And every time this happens, we sit there, we talk, we eat, And every time I wake up, there's always tears on my pillow because I've been crying.
Wow.
It's really weird because I was very close with both of my grandparents from my dad's side, and I was close with my grandmother from my mum's side. My granddad was a bit of a hard case, being ex-military and being a Yorkshireman. But he had his soft side too, but it's always been my dad's dad that's come to me and spoke to me. And sometimes it's when I'm highly stressed, when I'm going through some stuff, or it's out the blue and we just talk. And it's very, very strange. But it's said that it can happen because of the bond that you formed with them in life, through the good times and the bad and the rough. So I hold on to that belief because it's happened with me for the last few years. And I still can't explain it. And when I tell it to people, people think I'm crazy.
No,
especially my friends.
That is really something really cool because to me, I'm not afraid to mention stuff like that. Only reason because when you have a confirmation stating, like, say, for example, my mom had confirmed who she was as a person, my grandma, and me, that's like its own kind of testimony. I'm not afraid for someone to say, "Hey, you're a bag of loose bolts," or something. But I'm like, I don't care what you think about me. That's the experience I had. So whether you believe me or not, it's up to you. But I guess it depends on who you tell it to, who cares to listen. I
mean, my friends think I'm making it up, but it's going to sound weird. It's going to sound weird me saying this, but I know what I felt. If that makes sense, Zaiden.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and it's one of those things where you're like, wow, this is just nuts. This is why me? You know. But when I went up to my dad's recently, there's a few things that my grandfather had talked with me about that my dad actually confirmed as well, which really sort of put it in my mind that, okay, this is real, this is happening. You know?
Right. I completely hear what you're saying.
When my mom was in labor giving birth to me, she had that out-of-body experience. And basically, he was given the choice, you know, do you want to start your eternity or your come to the heavens, stay here, or, but then that could possibly mean that me, your baby, will or will not experience Earth, survive, or if, you know, you'll give birth to your daughter, I'll survive, but you won't get to raise her and take care of her. So then it would be upon, you know, my dad and then my older brother at the time. Then it would be down to the three of us. Or do you choose to still stay on Earth for now so that you can raise your kids and, but almost given a forewarning that there may be other complications, not knowing what the issues were going to be, if I was going to be, you know, missing a limb, a sense, you know, not be able to see or hear, or if I would just be a problem child, you know, very rebellious, but just that there is going to be complications, and she chose to stay on Earth for now, but she had that, it's like almost unexplainable, the colors and everything beyond our
Yeah.
imagination, that she saw, that she knew that she was experiencing the heavens, and given that choice, and I was born completely fine, 10 fingers, 10 toes, and then it wasn't until I was like 2.5, 3 years old that the medical issues started. But that was just, I guess, still part of what she was told, you know, and chose. And at the time, you know, God said, "Yep, you can stay on Earth for now, and then one day we'll all be in the heavens, with Christ."
This is a legitimate experience her mom had before she was born.
Like, yeah, she can only explain it so much because, and that's what I've heard from a few people that have had that out-of-body heavenly experience, that it's beyond our descriptive words. That's how amazingly awesome it is. And like, there's a few in chat that, goodness, they had to resuscitate her. How many times did you? 7 times? Find it in chat.
Wow.
Yeah, some amazing testimonies just even in the chat. So pretty awesome.
Yeah. I'm seeing some of you guys in chat. Yeah, so there's some awesome, as Gina said it so eloquent, testimonies. These are legitimate, heartfelt stories that happen to people that, you know, like PC Tech said, not many people will believe because they don't buy into supernatural experiences or realms or whatever. Yet we have the experience. So
there's way more beyond what
that we don't
think
understand, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I have one other paranormal experience that I'll tell you guys about next week. So I'm going to kind of pause here and keep you all on a cliffhanger.
We're going to wait for next week.
It was 9. Wow.
An awesome next weekend we're going to have we're going to see if we can't broadcast maybe 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday perhaps, and have it like a costume extravaganza. So we're going to really go out on a limb with this upcoming weekend for it being, you know, Halloween weekend. We'll call it Harvest for those that don't believe in it, whatever. But nonetheless, it's going to be a costume extravaganza. We're going to have some fun with it. I got my videos for all of the walkthroughs for some of the haunted houses we experienced. We got to experience some of Gina's today. So stay tuned for next week because we are going to showcase that, costumes, and I forgot what else, but we're probably going to have something else awesome as well. Maybe some more coaster footage. Who knows? But
Temp's asking.
What's?
Wait before.
Before we close the stream. Okay.
Is Temp not casting tonight?
Oh, he's definitely studying. He's got a lot of work to do. I'm not sure if he's going to not, but thank you guys for an awesome show with us. Thanks for tuning along. I will keep the stream alive for I think for a couple of you out there. I think, but I was actually about to close shop. All right.
I mean, wow, time flew though.
Sure did.
We've been at it for
5:20 p.m. where we're at. It's Eastern time. We're having some fun, watching some coasters, talking about paranormal experiences and dream. Man, I tell you what, there's some vivid dreams that I've had too, and one, of course, was one with my grandma. But yeah, so I'm gonna hold on to a couple more for next week, just to kind of keep the flow going. I don't want to give it all away, and then next week have nothing. So, we're gonna give you about 5 minutes. All right, buddy. We'll give you some time here. All right. I guess my next question would be
the campfire story. What?
Right. So campfire type ghost stories. Oh, zingers. We got zingers. I mean, come on. Like some
Yay!
fingers. All right, well, let's do it. So how does a ghost get its girlfriend's attention?
How does a ghost
get its girlfriend's attention?
Flashes its cotton balls at her. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
It
speaking
says-
of
it says
cotton
boo.
balls. So this was the anniversary card and box.
For those of you that didn't see it on Telegram.
That my Zaiden
Just
the
for you
ticket
guys.
in. Experience the
Oh my god.
the Cedar Point.
I couldn't help myself. I'm like,
Yes.
I gotta put a whole box of cotton balls
It's all
and put
for
a
you
card in
guys.
it. So good. If you haven't seen it, check out Telegram. I have pictures of me giving the cotton balls.
Yeah. Ah! Well, that was the good part about us being closer. The cotton all over the mic.
We're having a cotton ball.
I see that.
Careful. Come over next weekend. Maybe cotton balls all over the place.
Yeah. Oh, they on my halo.
It's
Or
so
they just
much
blend, they
clearer
just
on
match
Zoom.
it.
How low can you go?
You can see the balls so closer, like so a lot better on Zoom than through YouTube. That's why I'm laughing so much. Gina's just getting the balls thrown into her face.
Yeah,
There's
we
an
would have been
answer
able to
to
do
that,
that.
but I'm not
Together
going
set
to.
Free the cotton ball.
Yeah, they definitely. Oh. They're just bouncing off of your head.
Free the hair. You free the cotton balls.
Yeah, there we go.
We cannot predict the rest of what happened.
Did you give the answer for that zinger?
Oh, did I? Oh, no, I didn't actually say the answer yet, did I?
You lose track.
I lost track of
Because
all the cotton
I
balls.
said, does the ghost say boo?
Hey, boo is the answer. Correct.
Oh, you got it.
Either somebody Googled it or figured it out. One of the two.
No, I didn't.
Good. Well, it was a good answer. Good job. Because that was actually the answer. Well played. One more. Why not? We'll do another zinger. How do vampires like movie stars? I wrote this one down. I'm not sure. This will be a cricket moment.
Oh.
How do vampires like movie stars?
How do vampires
Warm?
That's what I would have said. Warm-blooded
Warm, yeah.
or something.
Oh.
But the answer is medium rare.
Oh.
Oh, man. So how does Frankenstein get around town?
I haven't got a clue.
How does Frankenstein get around? Monster truck.
Oh. That might get a few laughs.
Let's see.
Who was the ghost WhatsApping?
What's that?
Who
What's
was
that?
the ghost WhatsApping?
WhatsApping?
His ghoul friend.
Well, here's one. What do witches put on to go trick or treating?
What?
Okay, what do witches put on to go trick or treating?
I have no idea.
Mass scare.
Oh.
Oh dear.
What's a ghost's favourite dessert? A blueberry pie.
Oh, that's good. All right, so
Yeah.
Temp did a wow. Temp, thank you, buddy. Let me read these off. So he's got a pretty heartfelt message. It looks like. Let me see. He put some donations there through Stream Elements. Let me see. All right. All right, so we'll have to pretty much end it on this after I do this because it's pretty heartfelt. So kind of brace yourselves for those that for the message who this belongs to, and for those that choose to accept it. I'm going to go ahead and state ahead of time to be open-minded and hearted, because some things happen that we say or do that may come across, hurtful. When we mean well. I've been passionate before in my past, and said some things that being tactful about how we say them sometimes is important as well, even though we're passionate about helping people. So just keep your mind open, and as I always say, when we let your emotions run you, that actually interrupts your ability to be morally responsible. So, and that's what I live by since I've actually came out of that way of life. So I used to run a lot of things through my emotions, and sometimes had a negative impact. So
you should tell my doctor to be morally responsible.
So here's
Sorry to cut in.
It's all right, Jenny. So I'll go ahead and read these messages, okay? This is from Temp, all right? So I'll start with the first one. And this is actually addressed, it looks like, to Jules. I'm sorry for the unforgivable things and words that I've said and used. I should have never uttered such things out of his lips. I am ashamed and embarrassed. Take full responsibility and don't deserve forgiveness. He apologizes wholeheartedly and wishes you all the best and good in life. Wonderful human being. Very hard situation, and you are an amazing fighter and inspirational for all you've overcome and achieved in life. Been a great friend to me, and your heart's always good. You deserve much better and to be respected, and I have faltered in my expectation of others and failed to live up to them myself. Don't deserve or expect forgiveness nor friendship. This isn't said with motivation or gain to me. Hold on.
Excuse me.
I have closed, of course, the 10-page Telegram group, left all channels. Moving on as my last act, I wanted to make it right because the way I went through things, acted, and behaved is unforgivable. With this, I want to say thank you, everyone. I am sorry and have let you all down for all the hardship, heartache, and pain I have caused. You are wonderful people, and I will take that and take the embarrassment and shame with me and try to make up for it. Very heartfelt apology Now, I kind of heard about this the situation as we came back. I'm
confused.
I don't want to put too much fuel in the fire here, other than saying that when somebody means well and then passions get a little bit heightened, and I can attest for this because part of our trip, I had a little bit of a passionate discussion with Gina's mom. She was with us along this trip as well. So I had to fall back and be tactful because other people could be also passionate about their point of views. If we let our passions get ahead of us and our emotions, we tend to let things kind of spin out of control. Because then it turns into more of a prideful scenario of what your point is, or whoever's point it may be about, whether it's true or not. Depends on how you handle that truth, right? You want to be kind and caring to others on how you present that to others, right? So all I'm going to say is, when it comes to friendships, family, you're going to have your ups and downs, no matter what. Going to happen. It depends on how you handle a passionate situation. When something can rub you the wrong way, how can you get through it with forgiveness? Whether you forgive and then just love from a distance, or you can forgive and then move forward as a closer, stronger friend or family member. So just think about that. Going forward. Now, obviously, that was an apology from Temp, and I don't want to give out too much in the way of details on this because whoever it was meant for already knows. So I personally don't know all the details as to what happened. But I can definitely tell you something happened that was passionate between some individuals, okay? We'll leave it at that. I will leave it with this message, as I always say, to govern your emotion in every situation. Let your emotions control you, then become morally irresponsible for yourself and others. So, like almost saying in Spider-Man, right? The movie, like, Uncle, whatever his name was, like, you have this power, right? Now you have to have the responsibility that goes with that power. And the power of emotion is very strong. So I'll just leave it at that. Next weekend, stay tuned, everybody. We're going to have a costume crazy extravaganza. Bring your costumes. We're going to go through another few haunted houses. We're going to probably talk about some more paranormal experiences, which I do have a few up my sleeve still. And with that said, we're going to go ahead and close up shop. I'll go ahead and stick it over to Carrie for a second. Do you have any closing comments?
Just that I had a wonderful time. And I do believe in what you and PC went through. And PC, if some people tell you that it's bad, depending on the religion, as long as you are not being told to be a certain way towards certain things, then I truly believe that it is your family. Same goes for you, Zaiden.
Thank you.
I believe that, and hopefully I get to share mine, because I've had two that has happened, and like next week. So I believe it, and you guys should too, and do not take any shame in, feeling the way you guys feel. Not saying that you do. Just embrace it, because I truly believe that is what is happening. So with that said, I really, really enjoyed today, and can't wait for next week.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Carrie. Thank you. It's a pleasure having you aboard today. It's awesome.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
Miss
you.
Jenny, you're up to bats.
Well, I just wanted, well, I'm not going to go into detail because it's just misery, but I just wanted to thank you for the company. I've had a couple of really, really, really severely, probably the worst 2 weeks, my whole 60 years, where I've had to have the doctor out twice to me because I was suicidal, just because of a little tablet, just because my chemist giving me a different brand of my thyroid meds.
Is it like a psych kind of drug that they gave you?
No, it's just a different brand.
Yeah, I recently
clearly
switched
there's an ingredient in there I've since found out called acacia, and there's other brands. The problem is you get what you're given over here. I don't know whether I'd had that brand before, but within a couple of days I started to feel really, really ill. But I couldn't stop it because my levels are very low anyway. And I've done what my doctor should have done in trying to source the brand that I'm used to. And because I have a long history of mental health issues on my records, when you go to your doctor, immediately they think, oh, it's all in your head because you've got this, you've got that. So I've had a really bad couple of weeks, and Temp and David and I think Kerry came on to Telegram to give me a bit of support one day, which I'm thankful for.
I'm glad to hear that.
But it's...
Yeah, I don't really jump on there.
I can't, I must admit, I don't go on very often, but I just wanted to say, thank you. And finally, after doing all the hard work myself in such a bad state where I was literally ready to jump out the window, and I mean that's how bad this tablet made me feel. I've got my brand.
Don't want that.
But for how long? I don't know. So I'm
how you have to be your own advocate and really stand up for what you're feeling and the symptoms and stuff sometimes. So I'm glad you were persistent. I had to. I sourced some in the end on the internet of this particular brand, but it was £300 for 15 tablets. But I had no choice. They let me down twice. I rang every pharmacist within a 10-mile radius. Can you get this brand? Can you get it? And it was just, as I say, it's been so bad. There's certain meds I can't do the generic, and I've had, different side effects and stuff. And the doctors have to push, no, it needs to be name brand in order for, in the States, in order for insurance to approve it and stuff.
No, you can't. I mean, your doctor can actually stipulate brands on your prescription, so the pharmacist, takes note and basically thinks, okay, I've got to order this one, but they can't guarantee it. And all I'm getting from the doctors is excuses like, we have, supply issues, basically because of Brexit, what's going on in the Ukraine and all the COVID. And I'm thinking, I don't want to hear that. And there's millions of sufferers out there who are so much worse off because they can't get the med that I'm on because of the sheer cost of it. So in a way, I'm lucky to be on it. But I'm going private with another endocrinologist who I've got an appointment with on Halloween, actually, which is my mum's birthday.
Oh wow! Okay.
So I'm hoping that he can help me with my levels, and because they're very, very low, and get rid of, hopefully, some of this anxiety that I've been plagued with. But how such a tiny fragment of a tiny tablet can have such an impact is beyond me. To be honest, I really don't know how I'm still here because it messed me up so badly. I'm on day 2 of the brand that I normally have, and it's made a difference already.
Well, we're so glad you're hanging in there, because we have plenty of support and love that is out there for you.
It's so difficult, Zaiden, when you're on your own,
Sure.
and you end up doing what your doctor should be doing. I basically had to do it all myself, and I couldn't. I was that bad. I couldn't even string a sentence together. I couldn't get up out the chair because my legs wouldn't carry me as well, and it's just they don't care. So that's why I decided some years back to take my thyroid condition and monitor it myself, because the doctors don't even know the most basic of information. I, as a patient, had to go in and teach them, which I think is just beyond ridiculous, because thyroid issues are one of the most common issues.
And a lot of people, we take for granted how much that butterfly keeps us functioning.
I haven't got mine. My body destroyed mine after I had my ultrasound.
Yeah.
So I don't know how long I'd had, the issues before being diagnosed, but I have never felt that. I mean, I've been suicidal before, but not to the extent where I was mentally confused. I could have walked out the door in front of a lorry on the main road and not really knowing what I was doing.
We don't want you to have to be in that state. Obviously, if medication, like you said, if medication is kind of influencing that, right? So you've said you're meeting somebody else on Halloween, right, to recalibrate this, or?
Well, I'm hoping he can look at things and say, well, okay, let's try this, let's try that. But I'm not holding my breath, because a lot of these endocrinologists, even though they supposedly specialise in thyroidism and stuff, but I can't do it on my own anymore.
We're going to hope and pray for a solution for you, because obviously nobody wants to be in that mindset. I know you don't. So we're here for you. We're supportive. I mean, then we got the community
very, very
here for
you.
Telegram, obviously we have plenty of people here that we'll happy to talk with you. Just to, share your experiences and listen to you. So I know that we don't have a lot of time online here, but on the stream, but obviously we have the communities that will follow up. I mean, we're here for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, I'm just putting things on a downer again. It's just that I just want some form of a life back.
Right.
Instead of just existing. And I said to my doctor, I said, you tell me how many of your patients have gone out their way and spent 18 months of their life learning and researching about their own health conditions, how they can help themselves, the different things that I've tried, the money that I've spent on tests. I said, you tell me, because my doctors pretty much don't even check up on me, you know, a phone call once a 6 months, every 6 months, just to say how, you know, how you're doing, anything that we can do for you, because we've not heard from you, but they don't care. You're basically left on your own, which is wrong. It's just frightening that, you know, it's just a lonely road, and I'm not holding my breath with this endo, but I have to try again,
you
even though it's going to
last very
cost
long
me
holding
money.
your breath either, so we want you to breathe. So Jen, don't worry.
Well,
you have a strong support system, right? So community is here for you as well. For each, that's the whole point of at least with my community that I've created, or it's not me creating it, but you kind of all of you building it. So we have a lot of love in this community. Let's give some support to each other. Jen, we love you. So hang in there. Really.
Yeah, a lot of people say that, but it's very easy to say. But when you're on the brink,
I've been down that road before, Jen. Trust me, I have been down that road.
Yeah,
it's not a fun road,
especially when just a very tiny. And these tablets are tiny anyway, and I was only taking a quarter twice a day. How they can mess you up mentally as well. I mean, I was beyond mentally confused, and I just didn't care anymore.
Well, you have support.
It was definitely the tablets, because
side effect.
I've started.
I'm glad you caught that side effect. Stop it and
right.
change it back.
I immediately went on to the Thyroid UK site, which is not just a forum, it's better than specialists. And I said, is anyone brand sensitive? Because I've started to go downhill since I've been on this particular brand. And, they all piled on. I had 25 replies in an hour. Oh, yes, we've had that brand, and it brought me out in a rash, and it did this, and it did that.
Medication.
And then I put two and two together. I thought, well, I know I have anxiety issues as well, and with the irrational thinking, it fuels it. But when there's something wrong yourself.
Yeah.
And when this extreme anxiety just appeared, I thought, well, I haven't done anything different. What's going on? So it took me a while to work out that I'd had a change of brand. And it can only have been that, because just within 2 days of going back to my other meds, my original one, it's calmed down a little bit. I don't know. It's just...
And we have the faith that it'll continue to progress positively.
Look at the chat right now. There's so much support for you.
I can't even see the chat, to be honest. I'm sorry. Oh, guys, thank you.
There's a lot of love in there. So I'm gonna have to move on, Jen. But
I don't know how I'm still here, if I'm going to be perfectly honest.
You better stick around, because you're gonna miss out on a lot of fun around here.
Well, I'm 60 now, and this disease I have is for life. And it's learning to, it's a disease where your levels go up and down all the time. There's no even keel with it. I'm kind of frightened of the future, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a scary situation.
Anyway, Debbie Down, I'm sorry. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you for those that gave me a bit of support in Telegram the other day, but I have left a couple of groups because I don't really go in that much.
Let's do Jen a favor. Everybody that wants to, and if you're okay with this, Jen, we'll follow up with you. Obviously, if you're on Telegram, right?
I'm still on there, but not in a couple of groups. My phone
You have an
plays
account
up.
with
I
Telegram.
think I'm running out of space, or I don't know. But I
So-
just wanted to say thank you to those that
You-
did give me a bit of support the other day. Tam, I think David, and I think Kerry was around at the time.
Oh, that's good.
Funny.
So thank you.
Excellent.
I'm
All right.
still here, unfortunately.
Aw.
Don't say that.
And Zaiden,
We have great
may I
laughs
say
with Jen
something,
around.
please?
So we're not gonna take unfortunately.
Zaiden,
We love.
Well,
we love you.
please say
to be
something?
honest, if a doctor said to me, if I could get rid of your anxiety for the rest of your days, take every symptom away, but I'd have to remove a limb, I wouldn't hesitate. Let's put it that way.
All right.
I
hear
would
you.
not hesitate.
All right, so we got to move on to PC Tech to close
Yes,
out.
I'm sorry.
But not a
Yeah.
problem, Jen. We
I
will
always
follow
bring
up with
things
you, okay?
down. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. We just
No, it's
gotta
not.
close out. Sorry about that, though. It's not we're trying to push you away. We're just trying.
No,
You know what I mean?
it's just that because I'm on my own all the time, sometimes it just starts to come out and then I don't shut up. So I'm sorry. I apologise, everyone.
Look at all the hearts. We're here for each
Look.
other.
Got a lot of love for you, Jen. A lot of love out
Thank you, guys.
there. All right, PC Tech, you can go and close out and then close up shop, but we'll follow through in Telegram. Let's give Jen some love, all right? PC Tech, take it away.
I just want to say thanks for the stream. Big shout out to my brother Temp.
Yeah.
Speak to you soon, brother. Jenny, stop apologising. You've got no need to apologise. We're all
Yeah, I
here for you.
have because I just if I
Stop
didn't
it.
spend so much time alone, then it wouldn't just come out as often as it does. You know, I'd have other
Yeah,
people
but
to
you've
talk
got-
to, but
You've got us to support you.
I just
and
feel as if I keep bringing everything down, you know, with my moaning. But
You've got us to support you. And to everybody, support Gina and Zaiden and help this community grow.
Yeah.
Get those likes up on the channel, on the videos. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe because that also helps because YouTube's going through a funny moment at the moment.
Yes.
So help these guys get to... Where are we aiming for, Zaiden? Where are you
Well,
aiming
I have
for?
a video to make yet because we just surpassed 250 subscribers. That might be small for
Awesome.
some, but that's a milestone still. So I think we're at 252 now, last I checked. One or two.
Yeah. But everybody, support everybody in the community, help everybody through whatever they're going through. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be able to do something entertaining for everybody soon.
Awesome.
have you finished the book?
I'm halfway through it.
Wow.
We're looking
And-
forward to it. Absolutely.
It's creeping me out. I'm having to read it with my bedroom light on.
Wow.
You know it's
big
good when you're
lots.
creeping yourself out writing your own book.
Well, this is the book Jenny sent me, which is called The Ghost of Flight 401.
Oh,
So-
okay.
It's based on. It's actually based on a true story of an aircraft that went down
Reading
in
it in
the,
the month of
the
October.
Everglades.
Wow.
I think it was in the 70s. Was it early 70s?
Yeah.
Yeah, you ought to look it up, Zaiden. Happened on your territory.
All right. I might just have to do that. That's cool. The call again one more time.
It's called The Ghost of
Flight
Flight
401.
Ghost of
401.
Flight 401.
Yeah, you can get the book ever so cheap on Amazon and what have you.
All right.
Yeah, but I'm having to read it with my bedroom light on. It's a bit freaky in some points.
Yeah, basically what happened was when what happened when that plane went down. They actually because parts of the aircraft are so expensive, they reuse them where they can, and they reuse certain parts on certain aircraft and certain apparitions and paranormal activity started happening on certain aircraft. And the chief engineer started to appear, and things were covered up by airline staff, and people wouldn't talk about it. But yeah, it's probably one of the only books, because I rarely read, that got me hooked. Number one, because I love aircraft, and number two, it had got the sort of ghostly side to it. But it is actually a true story, and on your territory, so it's worth a read.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's definitely worth the read. I'm looking to buy his wife's book next.
Yeah, I've got his wife's book, but I haven't started it yet. But there is actually a film out. I think Ernest Borgnine was in it as well. But there was a movie made of it.
Oh.
I'll tell you what, it'd make a good Halloween movie.
Yeah.
Or maybe for next week. Maybe for next week.
Yeah, we'll see.
I got to the part where he actually runs into the apparition of the flight engineer. And yeah, exactly, Jenny. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, you wait to when they go and see, they have a seance towards the end of the book. They actually go and have a seance with somebody. I'm not saying anymore because it'll ruin it for you.
Ooh.
I'll get there.
Anyway,
sorry, guys. That's a teaser right there. All right. So somebody asked about Tim's channel. I'm putting.
Yeah, I was about to put that in. You got it.
I got it. So I'm gonna move on to. Oops, I switched screens a little too soon there. Sorry, Gina. Let's go to you. What would you like to close your statement out with?
Well, this was fun. It was exciting. Grilling coasters and
cotton ball halo.
Thank you. Yep, I got to take advantage of dressing up. I always like to different costume. Take advantage of these days. And but I mean, as far as the topics of family feuds, that could be a future topic. I'm sure a lot of us have different stories and stress and yeah, your family feuds and love and sharing that and how we overcome those times and moments, whether it's with family or friends. Yeah, I'd love to talk about that more in a future stream, and love the family here that we are creating, and just continue to have those building blocks. We are all important to each other for life. Yes. And I think it's just wonderful, and I'm gonna get emotional because, yeah, caring community. So, look forward to seeing you guys again next time. And about it, hit those likes and subscribes, and we love you guys.
Awesome, thank you, Gina. Let's get some hearts for Gina too, guys. She's been very supportive. I mean, inspirational. I can't even tell you half the stuff she had to go through to get to this point in her life. So give her the love, man. I tell you what.
The feeling.
Thank you guys for all your support.
Gina's come so far, though. I mean, look what happened.
Huh?
She's ended up with Zaiden. I'm still going backwards rather than forwards. So. Very lucky to have each other. I'm very, very jealous.
Thank you, Jenny.
Oh. Well, all continuing to push forward.
Right.
Gina, I'm telling you, you absolutely look like an angel, and I mean that. You're so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Carrie.
You look amazing.
All the love for
Not
Gina.
like you don't before, but you know.
Mind you, I think the wings, I think the wings would suit Zaiden more, though.
That thought went through my head. Should I put them on him?
Yeah, can we have a swapsy? Can Zaiden wear them next week?
Yeah, maybe the next stream, yep.
Oh, man.
We're
going to have to bargain a little for that one. Maybe. We'll see.
Because he is definitely, yes, my warrior angel too. That helps me too.
I'm so jealous right now. It's untrue. I'll admit to it.
I'm turning red. Scary.
That knight in shining armor, warrior angel.
Can I have him when you finish with him?
Sure, the fact is I'll never be finished with him. So.
Oh,
damn it.
You can have the brush that went with maybe some cotton balls. This is crazy over here. We got all cotton balls everywhere. But yes, thank
Gina,
you.
can I ask you a question?
What's the question?
She's got a question.
Are you jealous of Zaiden's hair? Because I am.
I wish mine was thicker. Yeah. I'm a little thinner. But you know what's interesting is, and I think that has something to do with the thyroid too. Like I had super straight hair, and then like I would say they do say like every 5 years sometimes your hair changed. Well, yeah. When I was a teenager, it started growing out curly. So I don't know if it was medications or what. And then the thyroid issue they didn't catch until I was in my 20s. But and that if that changed it again or what, but it'll go wavy and curly and then it'll grow out straight again. So who knows?
Well, basically with thyroid hypothyroid and that you get a lot of hair loss, which I've had the last couple of weeks.
And yeah, I've gone through those stages too, and with medications and the radiation and stuff. Yeah, where it came out a little more. So, but it's growing back. Praise God. Yeah, it sometimes it comes back thicker. So again, we look at the positive and what's to come.
Well, mine's just coming back grey.
Oh, we won't go there.
We will do eventually. I just call them natural highlights now.
Yeah. Really, eh?
Wow. Well, thank you
on
guys.
that highlight.
Right. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for your support. Thank you for supporting Jean. Well, I mean, like I said, she's been through quite a bit to get here. I'm a very lucky guy. We're lucky to have each other. I mean, we have our guiding light. We're Christians, obviously. We have, guiding light up above that steers us to help get us through life. So,
amen.
We thank God for that every day. So we love you guys. Stay tuned, community. We got a lot of things coming next week. Thank you for all of you that have stayed with us through the week. Obviously, we were a little bit limbo-ish because we had not a lot of signal where we were. So thank you for sticking with us. We really appreciate that. Thank you for those of you that came in to our live stream. I know Jules was here for a little bit. We had Lisa in. Jenny, thank you. Perry, as well as Pete, and of course none other than Gina, a wonderful wife next to me. Thank you guys. Thank you, Temp, for obviously your donations as well. And if I miss anybody, forgive me. I will try to remember and include you in the next video.
Thank you, Zaiden.
So we love every single one of you, Temp included. I know you had poured out your heart, so love you, buddy. Love everybody else out there. So that's what we represent. Love, forgiveness. So forget that. Be kind to each other. Love one another. Even if it means loving from a distance, just we're doing this together as a community, and we're doing it respectfully. All right. Going to go ahead and close out. With that said, thank you everybody for staying again with us on the Gauche. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you get, again, alerted with the latest and greatest from the Gauche. Next week, we'll bring to you a huge costume party. We're aiming to have maybe a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday extravaganza, so stay tuned with that. Live call-ins, of course, will be included. And I'll be running through some of the other haunted house footage that we recorded along the way. So we're looking forward to sharing that with you. Don't forget, also, we have our link tree available. So if you want to donate to our wonderful community and help make it grow, we have not only just PayPal, we also have Cash App, and of course, we have Stream Elements as well. Don't forget that we have our Telegram community as well in that link tree as well. So thank you guys. We love you. Hope to see you again next week. Till then, we are peacing out. Love you guys.